is a fight. So whatever happens, happens.
Win some, you lose some. But you live another day.
Man, what's popping? What's popping? I hope everybody having a blessed day. You in here with the Lost Art of Boxing, aka the Lab, in it bit with your boy Q the God. What's popping with my boy Retro, man? I think this probably was from yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, man. Your boy was a little under the weather. Man, what's popping with my boy IB, who I be? Man, Midwest player, Ohio player, man. One of them boys, man. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all come in this bitch, man, and hit that like button like Ernie Shavers hit Larry Holmes, my guy. Hit that motherfucker, man. Gonna bless that bitch. You hear me? D was good. Salute, man. Man, today, shit. We actually, man, we gonna sit down and do a little watch on this that Kate Abdo interview, man, with Bud. Shit, we gonna talk about Tank and Ryan, that whole little shit too. But really, I wanted to do a little watch over and watch this this interview, man, with Bud. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. The first time I watched it, I kind of questioned a couple things Bud said in there. You know what I mean? He getting backlash, actually getting some backlash over some shit that he said on Twitter earlier today. Called some motherfuckers broke. Which I mean, I guess some people feeling some type of way about it. I remember they was feeling some type of way when Jermell Charlo called them niggas broke. So I don't really give a fuck. I don't really mind. It is what it is. Niggas all in your comments spamming, talking all that dumb shit. Shit, you can say what the fuck you want to them niggas. Shit, that's how I feel. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really tripping off what Bud said, bro. Like, ain't wild. He was probably talking about T.O. Oh, shit, that's what you think? Shit, I didn't even think about that. I thought he was probably just talking to somebody, spamming them when he said good morning and shit. People be all in the comments talking crazy. Man, Tony Boswell, what's good, bro? Much respect to the Lost Art of Boxing in the chat. Tank gonna spark Ryan 5-7. Ryan ain't got no inside fight game. He might jab Tank and have success, but as soon as Tank does that, square him up. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I got Tank. I got Tank blessing Ryan ass, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ryan good, but he ain't beating Tank, man. That Tank shit. I don't think he fucking with Tank. I think Tank just a different animal. Shit, and then you letting Tank get a fucking stay busy, a tune up before he even get in the ring with you. So that I ain't gonna lie, that right there alone, bruh, that's gonna be some. That's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping shit. I can't even predict. But Ryan do got a chance. Ryan got fast hands. Respect his trainer, Goosen. So I mean, it's gonna be one, man. We got the boy Hot Rod in here, man. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all put y'all prayers out there, man, for my boy Hot Rod, man. My man done, he done had a loss. He done had a major loss in his family, man. And, you know, he going through it, man. And he part of the YTBC, you know, and y'all just make sure y'all rock with your boy, man. Keep high ride in your prayers, man. You know, he suffered a major loss this week, bro. You know, I ain't gonna just say it because I don't know if he comfortable saying it, but man, y'all make sure y'all keep high ride in y'all prayers, man. For real, bro. No cap. No cap. Nah, man. So yeah, man, we gonna get straight into it, man. Fuck it, man. Let's get straight into this Terence Crawford shit. We gonna rewatch this interview. We gonna, you know, I'm gonna play it, let him answer the question, pause, you know, give my little interjection to how I feel about it and what he doing. Shit. Matter of fact, y'all let me know if y'all want to drop the link, man, and whoever want to come up here and do it with me, you know, we can go back and forth. This 38 minutes. Shit, we might not watch that whole thing, but yeah, we're gonna get into it. Let's go, man.
Appreciate the time. Thank you. Talk to me. Let's start with your upcoming fight, right? David Avanesian, which is December 10th. You're fighting back home in Omaha. It feels like it's been like 4 years since you fought at home, right? How was it for you having that period of time where you didn't get to fight at home?
It wasn't nothing different. It was, you know, something that I'm fairly used to, being that, you know, I fought away from home my whole career. So something that I was used to.
It's got to feel good going home to fight in front of a hometown crowd, right? The tickets went on sale on Monday. I think half the arena already sold out on that Monday that they went on sale. What is it that the people of Omaha love about you?
Well, you know, like I always told people, I fight for them. I put my city on my back, and, you know, when I go in the ring, you know, Omaha is always on my trunks, and you know, I always rep Omaha everywhere I go, ever since I was a young kid. And for me to support my city and my state the way I do, you know, it's only right that, you know, they support me like I support them.
It feels like some boxing fans have been dismissive of Avanesian as a challenger to you, right? He is ranked top 10 by 3 of the sanctioning bodies, but it kind of feels like anybody who's not named Errol Spence right now, people are going to have a problem with you fighting them, right? Do you feel the responsibility to please the fans? Is that something that you care about? Or, you know, is it something that moves you when fans express disappointment with a move that you've made, or not really?
Well, at some point in my life, I used to always care so much what the fans think and, you know, what they say. But as I got older, I just realized that you can't please them all. You know, no matter what you do and no matter who you beat, no matter how many fights you win, and no matter how many divisions you conquer, you know, there's going to be, you know, fans that don't like you for, you know, their own personal reasons, or they still not going to like, you know, how you did it or who you fought. So it just, you can't please them all. So that's how I look at it.
Do you feel like you get that more than other?
All right. So first off, man, he pretty much talking about what I think, man, is the frustration with the fans. And I think that's one of the biggest components. I think that's one of the things that I think he still think about. I still feel like certain moves that Bud make, he do it on behalf of what, you know, fans think, you know, what some fans may think, and shit like that. Me personally, I'm not one of them fans that really care. Like, I don't really care. Oh man, like the David Avanesian fight, man, for the simple fact that he explained it in the sense of, I wanted to fight this year before I fight Earl, if it's not this year. So for that simple fact, I already understand from a fan's point of view, I ain't really gonna give him too much backlash for fighting David Avanesian. Hell no, I don't think David Avanesian the fucking like the best guy that he could have picked. But out of the other guys that's top ahead of him, when you looking at Boots, Virgil, and all the like Thurman, like bro, he wasn't gonna fight them. So it is what it is as far as that fight, man. And people could feel how they feel, and that's why I'm glad. Which I think he was capping. He say he ain't really worried about what people think and what people say, which he might not. Shit, he got 10 million reasons not to give a fuck. But you know, at the same time, bro, we are human and we hear that shit. Just like today, you know, we see Buzz somewhat care, or he may not, but he responded to somebody on Twitter by calling motherfucker broke, and you know what I mean, they ain't happy with their life. So I mean, yeah, I still got to take that answer with a grain of salt, man. What you think about that shit? Bud just said, man.
You want to go, Uncle Sheldon?
Yeah, before I
Yeah,
before
man.
I,
Yeah, I'll go. Look, man, that man has been in this game for 12, 13 years. He's fought everybody and beat everybody they put in front of him. Now, I don't know about these new age fans, but for me, that's all you can ask a motherfucker to do. You know, that's all you can ask a motherfucker to do. You know what I'm saying? He beat everybody they put in front of him, and really, to be honest, he beat them all easy.
yeah, it shit look easy. He ain't had
He
a
beat
he
them all
ain't
easy. He ain't had no tough fight with nobody. He ain't had
no
no split decision, no majority. He ain't had none of that ever. So, you know, motherfuckers that hate on Bud, it's because it's some kind, either it's confirmation bias where their mind is all made up already and there's nothing that you can do to change it, or it's regency, it's regional bias where they from the South and this nigga from Texas, and Texas is part of the South, so fuck it, we rolling with this nigga and fuck everybody else. That's the only thing I can see. Because you're not a true boxing fan if you don't appreciate a motherfucker who live right, take care of his family, eat, drink, sleep, and shit boxing, and out here knocking motherfuckers out. I mean, what else can you ask from a motherfucker?
I don't know.
But
Shit,
you know what? But the thing about the interview, what I got, and it's just preamble thoughts.
Hey, status. Hey, we gonna do a question by question. So like, I'm a let her answer, ask the question. Bud gonna answer, and then we gonna interject like after each question. You know, point by point. But yeah, go ahead. Talk your shit though, G.
But when I'm looking at the interview, I'm just basically basing it off of Terence Crawford. Know who she is. She worked for the PBC. So she worked with Sean Porter a lot. Like when you see her, she out there with Sean Porter a lot. So that's a PBC Showtime paid employee. So he coming at her based on the fact that they all against him. He automatically know that. So that's what his defense was to her, because she with the other side. So he questioned her about a lot of stuff because they all against him anyway. You see what I'm saying? That's like Max Kellerman talking to Earl Spence Jr. He not going to even do that. Why? Because Max Kellerman on Bud's side. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, we're going to get to this next question, and then I'm going to pause and let us talk our little shit, man. All right, here we go.
Other fighters?
Of course. I feel like all the great fighters get that. You know, when don't like you for, you know, their own personal reasons, or they still not going to like, you know, how you did it or who you fought. So it just, you can't please them all. So that's how I look at it.
Do you feel like you get that more than other fighters?
Of course. I feel like all the great fighters get that. You know, when you look at, you know, all the great fighters that came before me and the fighters that's going to be here after me, they're going to get the same treatment. You know, they're going to get the same, the just due, is because they great. You know, when you great, you know, the fans want you to fight the fighters that they want you to fight. And that's that. And if you don't fight those fighters, then you're not considered the best in their eyes. You're not considered, the greatest fighter that you possibly can be because you're not fighting the fighters that the fans want you to fight.
As a team, I guess that as a group, everybody had to have been hype about the idea of fighting Errol Spence and having that kind of like a legacy-defining fight, right? I'm interested for you personally, for your family, for your team, how disappointing has this period of time been? And do you kind of feel really drained by the whole thing not getting to where you wanted it to get to?
Well, of course it was disappointing, being that, that's a fight that been on our radar for years, and being that it didn't come to the light, of course it's disappointing, but at the same time, I have a career, I got a family, I got to continue with my career. I can't sit on my hands and wait for another fighter or another promotional company to make things right for me when I'm not signed with them. So I got to do what's best for me at the end of the day.
There's obviously a lot.
All right, man. Now that's another one. That's another one he dropped.
I'm glad you stopped it right there too.
Yeah, shit. Go ahead, go first. Then I'm gonna let you get your shit off, man.
You see how he basically separated the interviewer with the situation. He did it right then and there because he know her approach to this whole situation because she's on the side of her employer, which is no problem or nothing like that. No knock on nothing she's doing. She's still doing her job, but he corrected her in certain ways. And he made some mistakes in that too, but he was correcting her, basically trying to guide her into learning what I'm trying to do to make this fight happen and what's not happening on the other end. But it's not like I'm blaming Errol Spence. I'm just blaming the part when I invested to be a boss. Now I see how this shit going. So I'm not blaming Errol Spence Jr. I'm just basically saying that this shit is harder than I thought.
Yeah,
that's
man.
What I got from it.
OG, what you think?
I think my nigga Ill is reading way too much into that shit. He just saying what happened. Look, went over there. I did what I was supposed to do. I gave them my terms. I'm trying to make a fight. If they don't want to meet my terms, like the man said, I can't sit around and wait for another motherfucker to get their shit right. I'm gonna keep fighting. I don't want to sit out 13, 14, 15 months waiting on this nigga going into the biggest fight of my career. I want to fight this year. So if I can't fight you this year, I'll fight this nigga this year. But I'm gonna fight somebody. I'm not being directed anymore. I'm running my own shit. I said I want to fight this year, and goddamn it, I'm this year.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
basically. I mean, I agree with. I'm sorry, Q, but let me address OG. Like, no, I agree with everything you're saying, but he still was making statements to her to make sure that she knew where he was coming from.
Yeah,
but what part about that? What was untrue, and what part of that was cap, in your opinion?
None of it.
Okay, that's
he
all.
Was basically telling what like I said, he was basically just letting her know where it's coming from and how it's going down on his end, because before he didn't have to deal with this type of situation. Bob Arum did. But now he understands the business of it. That's why he keeps saying that I don't think it's Errol Spence that's really in it, but he's still saying like, you ain't the boss I thought you was, because now I'm at the seat and this shit is not going right. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he late to the party because we already knew that.
We knew that. I hear him say how he disappointed. Now when I hear him say disappointed, it's not like from this, it's not like the fight fell through. Like the fight did fall through when we talking about that negotiation, but it's on the sense of the fight fell through because it couldn't happen this year, and he disappointed because he like, I'm assuming like, bro, how bad was y'all really trying to make the fight if y'all didn't make it this year? You know what I mean? Right. He said he got a wife, he got kids. You know what I mean? and he was trying to get some shit done this year. Goddamn Christmas Cup, you hear me? Like shit, it's stuff like that couldn't, why he couldn't do it. And at the end of the day, like it don't stop. And like he said, he's not signed to them. And with him saying he's not signed to him, is telling you that they probably wanted to sign him, but at the end of the day, they ain't giving him them type of deals that he was signed to. You know what? Like if you can't come up with a fight that I sign, why would I even sign to you for more than one fight? Like that, it don't make sense. Like that's what I feel like. That's the disappointing shit in it. Like, but
well, it ain't over with though.
Yeah.
They still gonna go back to the table, and a lot of fighters did that. A lot of times they had a preparatory fight before they fought each other. Like that happened on numerous occasions. So this is like just new to the new boxing fans. But in reality, a lot of fighters had another fight coming up, but they was calling out somebody, and that fight happened too. So, I mean, it happens in boxing, but I'm not mad about this fight, bro. Like this is not making me mad at all. Like this is right up my alley because you got to stay fresh. The fresher the fighter is, and I'm glad Earl gonna get a fighter in too, so they could be fresh and they could show new examples of who they are, get more fans to come in. Like the fight gonna be huge, man. Everybody talking about this fight.
Yeah, let me go and get that, man.
Upsides, right, to having control, being your own boss, right? Like you talked through before, having that kind of visibility over everything that's going on with your finances, with the business. It also means, though, like on the flip side of that the blame is now personal, because before everybody used to be mad at PBC and mad at Top Rank because they couldn't make the fight happen. Now it feels like it's more directed to you personally, right? The kind of the kickback to the fight falling apart. How have you felt about the reaction to that announcement of an ECN fight, and to the reaction to your IG live even? What have you made of that?
Well, I think it's not geared directly towards me. I think it's, you know, I mean, right down the line, you know, but at the same time, you know, that's something that I don't care about. For one, being that, you know, I did everything that I was supposed to do, that I could do to make the fight happen. You know, the people that's on the outside that's saying all these negative things and you know, certain allegations, they don't know what they talking about. You know, so it's like, you know, I gave you the truth. I told you what it was, and that's what it was. And if you don't like it, then so be it. Go beat yourself up, you know what I mean, every day that you wake up because you're not happy with your life. You know, I'm blessed. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm healthy. So, you know, I'm comfortable. I'm good.
So I think fans, right, from the outside, they look at this and they watch how everything played out, and they think pretty much this was the fight that we wanted to see in this generation, essentially, right? And they think pretty much we got as close as we're ever going to get, and that the fight's not going to happen. What's your perspective? Do you think that the fight still happens? Is there still life in that?
Well, there's always still life in the fight. You know, things just got to be, you know, fair, and they got to be right on both sides. That's it. That's the only thing that I ever asked for. Things to be fair and be transparent. That was it. You know.
Do you feel like that's a place you can get to with PBC?
I feel like if the fight, you know, is the fight.
Now look, we gonna go back. We gonna go to that question, but man, bruh, he just told they ass like, and this not even the first time, bro. It's not the first time, bro. He constantly said, he constantly let you. These people know, all these people who saying he ducking, he ain't trying to fight her, he ain't this, he ain't that. This like the 4th, 5th time he told y'all he still gonna revisit and fight that boy. How many times he gotta say that shit? In the first fucking interview, or not interview, like the little shit they had on ESPN when he announced the David Avenesian fought, and I guess David Coppinger called. And he said, bro, I want to fight dude. yeah, I'm gonna go back and fight. You know what I mean? And people keep skipping over that shit, talking about duck this and duck that. Like, no, he just put the boy on hold, like Earl put him on hold when he told him to fight this person and this person and this person. Take the easy route with what he said.
Yeah,
Okay.
non-title fights and all of that. Like, he done did it all. But at the end of the day, you look, I'm not saying Earl ducking Bud or Bud ducking Earl. That's the problem with the boxing community right now. They want to separate the fighters and make it seem like somebody's scared of each other. That is not happening right now. The fight is just hard to make if they thought. Now, I'm quite sure they revisited the thought that this fight is bigger than what they thought because it's getting so much buzz for it not happening. Or in the process of it happening, is more morale for it and everybody getting in tune for it. So this is probably going to be the biggest fight in the last 30 years because it's bigger than Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather because both of these dudes are the dudes. And they was exiting, they was old. Both of them was already old. This is when we need to have this fight in 2023. But Earl Spence already said that he was going to fight in 2000 January or something like that. That's a recording of him saying it. Mayweather already told everybody this fight not happening. I mean, Al said that he wasn't letting the fight go to nobody but him, and he gonna do it. So why would you think this man is keep getting in front of a camera, just blatantly lying like that? Like he just used to him lying and dodging people and running in circles. You're not used to that. So why would you think that he's doing it right now?
Because they have confirmation bias. You get a chance, look that shit up in the dictionary. Confirmation bias.
I got it.
It means that you have something made up in your mind. You have a thought or belief in your mind. And it doesn't matter what new information you receive, you're going to tailor that new information to fit what you already believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They already believe that Errol's the baddest man on the planet and everybody running from Errol. So it doesn't matter what you tell them, what you show them, what you bring to the table. It doesn't matter because Errol's the baddest man on the planet and everybody's scared of Errol. That's right.
And he just said, and all he want is a fair fight. He said the fight happened. I just wanted to be on the even playing field. I just wanted the shit to be fair. You know what I mean? And then let's go.
And they got to be right on both sides. That's it. That's the only thing that I ever asked for. Things to be fair and be transparent. That was it. You know.
Do you feel like that's a place you can get to with PBC?
I feel like if the fight, is the fight that they want to have and they want to please the fans and they want to make things right, of course it can happen.
And he said, if that's a fight they want, if they want to put it on, if they want to make it happen, bro.
Meaning, I agree to all of this shit. It ain't up to me. It's up to them.
Yeah, but it gotta be like you, like I put it like this. If you trying to sell me something ill, if you really like say it's your favorite fucking watch. It's your favorite watch, nigga. You done had that bitch, nigga. Your great grandpa gave it to you. You really don't want to sell it to me.
Right.
But you gonna sell it to me because you need it. Like, yeah, I'll sell it to you for 10, man. You know, the knob on it kind of broke, and shit. You know, I could go get it fixed for you before I sell it to you. If you really, shit. Right. I mean, hey, look, I'll get to you after this wedding and shit. I'm gonna go to, and
right.
Like, nigga, do you want to sell it to me or do you not?
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, they gotta want that shit. Like the type of no guarantee. Do you really want me to fight?
Yeah, man.
Like
everybody got a guarantee. Except this fight. Like, god damn. You asking a lot from this man when he accomplished more than your guy is.
Facts.
you could stay in the division for 7, 8 years and you don't become undisputed in that division. Damn, like what did you do all of that time? But we seen what he was doing, and then he gets support for fuckery. Like I don't get it, man. It's not me that's knocking the dude. It's him that's knocking his own career. And I'm a fan of you, and I want you to do this shit. And then here come my other guy that I was rooting for when he was 135. I didn't even know he was gonna meet you, because you were supposed to be gone, but you still there. And now you still, nobody's saying this shit though, bro. You still there, and he met you there. Now he's gonna beat your ass. I'm sorry, bro. You should have left a long time ago. And the true aspect is only should have took you like 5 years. I know some people would have ducked you like the Keith Thurman thing, like, but in 5 years you could accomplish this shit quickly.
I mean, shit. I look at it like Bud was undisputed. Usyk, Josh Taylor, Jermell, Devin. Like, it didn't take none of them 5 years to be undisputed.
Nah, but he was making a tour. You know, he had the tour to go through the PBC, which was healthy competition.
Shit, yeah, but I'm saying even when Bud was with Top Boom, he was the first to be undisputed. Boom did that shit. Like, damn, okay, like it was nothing. All these other people, 3 years. Like, Earl, why is it taking you so long to get your shit together? Get this shit on with him. Like, bruh, if it's predicated on you getting all the belts, look how long this shit.
But shit, he would have did that shit if Jeff Horn had that goddamn belt. He would have came undisputed quick.
Would have fought Jeff Horn first, and then would have went to his shit. Like, man, let me see what my man AJ said. He say, "Look, y'all, Mayweather ain't done. Y'all don't see what's going on. Mayweather is stacking bread. He said the fight won't happen this year. Way before this. It's about the money more for the mega fight. Facts, man. That nigga Floyd just went out and made some money for the fight. I don't know why the fuck Floyd out here fighting. I'm only going to assume he trying to help get the purse together for them. I don't know what shit. What he doing? Maybe he gonna come out of this pocket and give him some. You know, I was talking to Meth on the phone. I think it was either today or yesterday. And he was like, shit, the shit Bud doing is on some Mayweather shit. Like just go.
Hey, Meth be saying some shit that be so on point, because he'll damn near predict some shit before it happens. But it be sort of looking like they trying to move in Floyd Mayweather path because of the clout that they know they got. Like, if Bud wasn't popular, everybody wouldn't be eating off the YBTC off of it like that.
Eating off his name. All his videos got his name.
Would be cracking in his bitch.
Come on, man. Ain't no Bud shit popping. And then when it's like with Bud, even before then, bro, it's like, man, Bud moving his own way, bro. He got 6 million to fight Sean. He got 4 to fight. So and this is like, bro, Bud.
That's how you do that shit, bro.
Been moving in his own way, like. Like he got his own lane, just like people say Deontay Wilder made his own lane, Floyd did his own lane, Bud got his own lane now.
But on top of that, though, Q, he one of the most exciting fighters to see fight. Just like Tank, just like Deontay, everybody you just named in that little bunch, it's exciting fighters. So when you put a Bud Crawford in there, man, you getting a whole virtual look at the best boxer of today right now in modern time boxing. This is the dude. This is the person that you should represent and say, this is the guy that I'm going to say that's the best fighter right now. And that's Terence Crawford. Hands down. He do everything. And if he wanted to, he could do more. It depends on the competition. Like, people be looking at the competition level of the fighter, but when they grow with the fight, and they can still grow with the fighter. Like Jorge Linares gave Devin a nice crack, but he grew with his ass and was like, nah, you ain't about to do this. I'm gonna finish this bitch out on you. And did that. Floyd Mayweather got rocked a lot. I mean, a couple. I mean, I can name about 5 times that man that got rocked.
Look, let's run through this little interview, man. Let me get to this next question. We'll get back to it, man. Yeah, man. Salute to the boy Knockout, man, who's for sliding through. My boy AJ, my guy Melf, D Young, everybody who in here right now, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Hit that bitch like Ernie Shavers did goddamn Larry Holmes, man. Hit that like. Yeah, man. Let's go.
So I think the question that comes up with that fight not happening, right, is legacy. Legacy is always such a big word in boxing. What legacy do you think you've earned right now, and is it where you want it to be?
Of course. Of course. When you look at Terence Crawford legacy compared to Errol Spence legacy, it's night and day. And I don't mean to throw shade on the brother. I'm just speaking facts. Whether they can say whatever they want, they can hate and say, "Oh well."
I'm gonna rewind it back because I want to see if she says something about Earl because this nigga keep talking.
So I think the question that comes up with that fight not happening, right, is legacy. Legacy is always such a big word in boxing. What legacy do you think you've earned right now, and is it where you want it to be?
Of course. Of course. When you look at Terence Crawford legacy compared to Errol Spence legacy, it's night and day. And I don't mean to throw shade on the brother. I'm just speaking facts. Whether they can say whatever they want, they can hate and say, "Oh well, he fought this guy, he fought that guy." They can say whatever they want. But for Terence Crawford legacy, you're gonna say he's a 3-weight world champion. He's an undisputed world champion. He's a fighter of the year. He's an ESPY award winner. He's a lineal champion in 2 different weight classes. You know, he's undefeated, and he never had a close fight ever in his boxing career.
So do you I think what people often look for is a signature win. Do you feel like you have a signature win?
I got multiple signatures of wins.
Which ones are they for you?
When you look at it, Ricky Burns was a signature win.
Okay.
When you look at it, Gamboa was a signature win. Postal was a signature win. Ndongo.
Sean Porter.
Not Sean Porter.
You wouldn't include Sean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeff Horn was a signature win. You know, Kell Brooks.
Okay, that's a lot of signature wins.
Yeah, they all signature wins. You know what I mean? Because when you look at it, them all champions. Man,
hold on. All right.
And some of them is champions in multiple divisions. You know, so when you look at what they did in the sport of boxing, then you look at them and be like, man, look at all the things that they accomplished in the sport of boxing, and then how I'll beat them. That's a signature win in my eyes.
Okay, so I didn't want to make this into a comparison with you and Errol, but you kind of did, right? So if you're going to pick Errol's signature wins, which one would you pick?
Errol's signature wins, I would say Kell Brook, Sean Porter. You're going to put Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia and Ugas, pretty much.
So basically those more recent fights.
Right. Even though Danny Garcia never won a significant fight at 147, he didn't beat nobody. He lost to everybody. Even though Mikey Garcia never fought in the division before, even though Ugas has been beaten numerous times, Sean Porter had already been beaten. Kell Brook had already been.
You're just trying to take away all those significant wins. You're taking it back.
I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts. When we do this, we gotta state facts, because you know what I mean. When you say Terence, you say, oh well, Gamboa was little, but they don't say, oh well, Gamboa had a title at 135 when they fought. They don't say that. You know what I mean? They say, oh well, Gamboa was too little, but they don't say Gamboa never went below 135. You know what I mean? To fight again. So you know, it's a lot that they say. Oh, well, Jeff Horn was robbed. You know what I mean? With the Pacquiao won. Oh, well, you fighting leftovers when you fought Sean Porter, which everybody said I was going to lose that fight. Oh, well, Kell Brook was washed up, which everybody said I was going to lose that fight. So the fights that they said I was going to lose, you know what I mean, prior to me fighting, then when I fight, then
they switch it on you.
There you go. So I'm just stating facts. That's all.
So,
hi, man. He said a lot of shit. He said a lot of shit in that one. I ain't gonna lie. And that's when Bud in that one, it actually started getting a little. When he started naming the signature wins, like I'll say this, the Gamboa, the what were the Ricky Burns, the Postal. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, them is like signature. Them like signature Jones for him. I ain't gonna lie. Good at performances. But when he start naming them guys after that, that's when I'm like,
Okay, well, look, hold on.
Hold up, OG. The only reason I say that because every guy he named after that was guys that Earl fought too, and he discredited them niggas. So it's like, why you say they was your signature win, other than the fact that they said they was gonna beat you, which they ain't shit, but we damn near know who they talking about. He talking about like a certain crowd of people in the YTC, like, so that's the only thing. Like the first three, them signature Jones. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like the Ricky Burns, that's his first title. The Gamboa, that was like he was on pound for pound, all that. That was a big fight. Shit, the Postal, like motherfuckers really ain't want to fight him. He was destroying shit. Me, like Danny Garcia ain't want that smoke. Paid him step aside and some more shit, and then moved up. Like he ain't want that one. So it's like, them. And then he said in Dongo, you know, the icing on the cake. But them other guys, you discredited. So I can't give you too much credit for the. Well, me, I still give credit, you know, but he discredited himself. Like.
But see, you gotta take it in context. What did he say that was wrong? See, I say this all the time. You heard me say it multiple times, Q.
Who did Danny beat?
Lost to 3 motherfuckers. 3. Everybody else, he whooped their ass. Everybody else. But because you mentioned Kell Brook, they say he watched. He lost to Triple G, who he should have never fought. Triple G was too big for him. He lost to Errol Spence, great fighter, one of the best welterweights in the last 10, 15 years. And he lost to Terence Bud Crawford. Everybody else he smoked. So how was the man watched? I don't understand how he was watched when he lost to 3 motherfuckers. Gamboa was undefeated on a pound-for-pound list, world champion, 2-time gold medalist.
Yeah.
Everybody picked Bud to get smoked. He knocked this motherfucker out.
In Omaha.
Postal, half of the 140-pound division paid that motherfucker step aside trying to get away from him. Nobody wants to fight that dude. Beating from pillar to post, knocked him down how many times, Q?
Who, Gamboa?
No, Postal.
Postal twice.
Yeah.
Had the motherfucker running. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was.
You know what I'm saying? And then you go to, you heard me say this since you met me, right? Well, he fought Danny. Danny got beat by everybody in the welterweight.
He fought for a vacant to get there.
Man.
Everybody beat Danny.
Facts. You see it.
Sean Porter fought everybody.
Brother.
Sean Porter fought everybody. Don't get me wrong. Sean Porter took Earl out. It was split. The damn near split decision. Was it a split decision or was it a majority decision?
Split decision.
He took Earl's split decision. He didn't make it 12, but that wasn't the same Sean. That wasn't the same Sean, because Sean got a podcast and he was retired already before he even took the fight.
Man, Sean said he was gonna retire after the Spence fight, but he did so good he ain't retired.
Yeah, so we can't put that retirement. That's a good point, man. Like we can't take that away from Crawford.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. You know, like he did say that after the Errol Spence fight, and he came back for $4+ million. So don't act like it's a retirement because you got stopped. No, you got retired by force because he was fighting really nice in that fight. Very good. They was complimenting Sean Porter. Yeah. But when they told him when he was on that stool that he's behind on the scorecards, that's where they fucked up at. Because Bud Crawford switched it on and went out there and annihilated that dude.
Yeah, shit. All they gotta do is if they want Earl to get I ain't gonna say that.
let me ask you this, Q, right quick. When you was listening to Crawford talk about his signature wins, I look at it too like, you know, Crawford not only just defeated and picked up the belts, you know what I'm saying, with Lundy and Postal to unify, but you talking about John Molina and the other guy, the last guy he fought, John Molina and who to defend it a second time. He defended the unified titles twice. So it was Felix Diaz. Felix Diaz was an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? He got a gold medal. And you know he a gold medal Olympian and had one loss. And Terence Crawford defended his unified titles against John Molina Jr. and Felix Diaz before he stepped in there with Julius Ndongo. So I don't know why they discredit his resume so much. You know what I'm saying? Like they scrub it down with dirty water and they rinse it down with dirty water.
You know what, World Combat? I think it's that they knew to boxing, so they only track what recently happened. Because at that time period, everybody that Terence Crawford faced, they was not the way that we look at them now. So they probably forget that or they don't know. Because a lot of those fighters was, you know, we mentioned it in accomplishment for a reason. That was because they was that at the time that Terence Crawford faced them. Earl Spence Jr. never faced an Olympian gold medalist before. And he don't have more undefeated fighters under his resume than Terence Crawford.
See, they forget that that boy Ndongo went to Russia, beat that one cat, the Russian cat for the IBF, then shot over to Scotland, beat Ricky Burns for the WBA.
That's after Crawford had beat him.
Yeah, you want to put all this pop on. He went across the water and took the man, but Ndongo did the same thing. Went to both of their hometowns and took their shit.
And they forget
Ricky
Burns picked up a championship after Crawford beat him.
Exactly.
Crawford took his belt and then he became champion again. So,
so Ricky Burns ain't shit though. Don't mention that because Ricky Burns ain't shit. Remember?
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Right, but he ain't shit. Three-way world champion. He's a three-way world champion, but he ain't shit.
Great.
Crawford up here fighting this man in Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? He fight a hitter like a two-time gold standard Olympian, Yurkis Gamboa in his hometown. You know, I mean, they don't factor in all that when they talking this shit, bro.
Well, it's a biased conversation because people, I mean, just drill. If we talking pure boxing, then we looking at the fighter that's the better fighter overall. Not saying that he just gonna smoke this guy. It's just we looking at the hand and eye coordination of the fighters. One is better than the other. It doesn't take anybody that knowledgeably know boxing to say that, no, this is not this. And I mean, you paying attention to everything, right? If we paying attention to straight detail of boxing, then this man is far better than him.
Correct. I agree.
Yeah, man. Let's get back into it, man.
Talk to me about being undisputed, because I was watching an interview that you did with Andre Ward was like an ESPN interview. You guys are sitting down on two stools. I can't remember ahead of which fight it was, but you said that being undisputed is one of those things that really drives me, right? You didn't get to become undisputed at 135 kind of because of the politics of boxing and everything. If you don't get the opportunity to become undisputed at 147, would you leave the sport with disappointment? With
why she talk about 135 and skip over 140? Just go to 147.
Because he was undisputed
regret?
at 140.
Like, what, how would
that I know, but it's like, man,
affect you?
Not at all. Not at all.
But how can you be the same person that's driven by becoming undisputed, but also be like, hey, I'm cool if it doesn't happen?
My thing was this. I was driven by being a world champion of the world. That's what I was driven by.
There's 4 belts though, right?
I already did that. That. Already accomplished that. I set a trend.
What's the trend?
That means before Terence Crawford, when was the last undisputed champion?
I don't know. You tell me.
Come on now.
No. You tell me.
Jermaine Taylor now.
Okay,
so when you look at the time span of the 4-belt era, from Jermaine Taylor, Terence Crawford want to be undisputed. Boom. Once Terence Crawford became undisputed, everybody wanted to become undisputed. Wasn't nobody screaming, I want to be undisputed until Terence Crawford became undisputed. Right or wrong?
I don't know, man. That's hard for me to say.
I'm gonna have you. You gonna have to do your history. You gonna have to do your. You gonna.
Okay, but so if you saw the value in it back then,
that's your homework.
Why don't you care about it now?
I already did it. I already accomplished it.
So you feel like doing it in one division is enough for you?
I never said that. I never said doing it in one division because it haven't been done in 2 divisions. That's why I wanted to do it in 2 divisions.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is, if I leave the sport and not being able to accomplish becoming undisputed at 147, it doesn't hinder me or make me feel any way because I already did it before. I know how it feels because I already was undisputed before. Errol Spence, he don't know what it feels like to have all the belts on him. He don't know what it feels like to be the only champion in the division. He doesn't know what it feels like. A lot of fighters don't know what it feels like. Fighters in the Hall of Fame.
What does it feel like?
Listen, you the head honcho. you the number one, you know what I mean, fighter of the division. There's no other champion. You the only numero uno.
If you got 3 of the 4 belts, do you feel like you feel like you're the head honcho anyways?
You're not the head honcho because you ain't beat me.
Okay.
Come on now, you don't got the Ring Magazine champion. You don't got the WBO. Come on now. Listen. How long you been in boxing?
In America, like 3 years.
No, all together.
I used to do it for Sky in the UK as well, but I only did a few fights over there before I moved over here.
Okay, so ask yourself, what's the number 1 belt?
Well, people would say the lineal champ, right? The Ring Magazine belt.
How do you
But
get
different people feel differently, right? You asked Evan Haney, he doesn't give it any value.
He's lying. If he say he don't give the lineal belt any value, that's a lie.
So you remember when Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder? And like the first fight, Tyson Fury was talking about being the lineal champ, and Deontay Wilder was like, what the heck does that even mean?
All right, I don't know what the question, man. But shit. What y'all think about that though, man?
What Kate Abdul? She easy on the eyes.
Yeah,
Kate's beautiful. Kate's beautiful. Now what else?
I'm talking about the whole little conversation he had with her about, you know, I thought it was funny, man, because he keep throwing Earl in there. Like, that don't sound like a nigga who ducking. That sound like a motherfucker who keep trying to poke. Let me.
Thank you. Right. He just trying to edge that shit on. It's like he's starting a fight.
Yeah,
like y'all in school or something, and everybody talking, and you keep mentioning him out loud to his ass. Like, I want to fight you, goddammit. This is what's going on.
Hey, he was embracing the dialogue, man, more than he used to. Back in the day, you wouldn't see him out here doing stuff like this. But I guess he's trying to, do a little pre-fight exposure before he step in there with BOK Prime to kind of, give him a little bit more light product, when 2023 come back around, and hopefully we can get this fight. But I like how forthcoming he is. You know what I'm saying? I like he's keeping a bit humorous and not dry as hell, and it's a good look for him. And I agree with Q. Yeah, he is poking the bear. He should be poking that motherfucker with a spear.
Now let me ask you this, Q. Let me ask you this: why is he having this? Why is this interview? Why was he asked to give this interview? Why is he having this interview?
Man, probably one to promote the fight, or I mean, like this year, man. My boy Bud been on this interview shit, dog. Like he been doing a lot of interviews, getting seen. Like
right.
So,
but why? But why? Why has he been doing all these interviews? Why?
He is on boss. He gotta do this shit.
Because getting all these interviews, people requesting interviews. All these interviews are because of this fight, right? Because of the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight, right or wrong?
Right.
So why should he not mention this dude? That's the reason why he's being interviewed, because of this fight.
Right. I think it provides more exposure.
And she worked with too. She worked with
He's supposed to do that. Because you know who else did that?
Yeah,
you know who else did all that? The shit he doing, you know who else did that? Ali did that. Hagler did that. Sugar Ray did that.
It's also giving him more exposure for the BOK Prime fight too.
Yeah,
exactly.
You gotta understand the BOK Prime fight is pay-per-view.
And what he's basically telling you is this: y'all think this dude is good enough to put him in the ring with me? When you put him in there, I'm gonna show you why you shouldn't.
That was a bucket.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you why you shouldn't even put him in there.
I like the fact he doing it. Like before it just said, like I know he doing it because he got this coming up. But even before the fight came up, it's just like that's just what Bud been on. He just gonna show.
Yeah, he been on the campaign.
More of himself. He is his own boss. He probably don't got nobody that's doing a promote. So that's him. He gonna be out there. He gonna get seen more, and he really do want this fight because when even before the fight, and I ain't never even heard nobody really even talk about this shit, and that shit hella weird when you hear Derrick James fucking trying to tell Bud how to do his business and who the fuck he need to be fighting and how we need to promote himself and shit like that. Only thing you need to be worried about is training your goddamn fighter. Why is he talking about how this dude be who he need to be fighting to make y'all fight bigger when your fighter don't even talk? And when he do talk, he's sending cryptic ass messages and shit you can't even understand. Like this nigga.
Or he fucking inebriated and can't understand what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask anybody on the panel, all the guys, when Terence Crawford been on camera more than 10 times since the fight been in negotiation or been spoke about at an event or doing something like that. When did you hear about Earl Spence Jr. doing anything like that or even having an interview?
Only time Earl come out is if he probably going to a fight, somewhere in Texas or something, or if he about to fight. He really don't be on shit. Like Bud, when you talking about Bud, when you see Bud, you talking about somebody that be everywhere with everybody. And then when we talk about boxing, sparring everywhere in every gym around the U.S., from New York to Vegas, when the fuck you ever heard about Earl going to anybody's gym to get work?
Yeah, he even came down here and dropped an hour gym. You know what I'm saying? That is facts.
He
did. an interview with Kate Abdul like 7 months ago, prior to him stepping in there with Yadina Zugas. He did get that FaceTime, and you know, it was just like he was looking down the whole time. That the camera angle was all wrong for him. You know, I don't know if he really wanted to look into the camera at eyes view, but he was looking down the whole time, and it wasn't like this. It wasn't nothing informative about it.
Man, when Bud was talking about Earl, you couldn't even see that nigga eyes. He got close as hell on the camera. He said he can't do that. Like, I was like, damn. That nigga Bud with the shit. That nigga said he can't say he did that. All you seen was lips and teeth, nigga. Like, hey. But real
that motherfucker was mad. Like,
real
he was
shit.
basically just saying to him, like, you gotta beat me to say that you could do that shit. Come on, man. Stop fucking around. Like, let's get this shit. And
I'm gonna attach your name to any and everything for you to respond and say I'm lying, nigga.
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Did anything? If you think I'm lying, if I'm capping, come out and say that shit. And the only time he did come out and say that shit, bro, you had people that wrote it. Like, come on, man. But back to the interview, man. I digress, man.
Mean. Like, it didn't even mean anything to him. I feel like there's people in.
So ask yourself, what's the number one belt?
Well, people would say the lineal champ, right? The Ring magazine belt.
How do you?
But different people feel differently, right? You asked Evan Haney, he doesn't give it any value.
He's lying. He's lying. If he say he don't give the lineal belt any value, that's a lie.
So you remember when Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder? And like the first fight, Tyson Fury was talking about being the lineal champ, and Deontay Wilder was like, what the heck does that even mean? Like, it didn't even mean anything to him. I feel like there's people in boxing who don't even care about it.
So check this out. Tyson Fury beat the man, right?
Yes, agree.
Which was Klitschko, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Klitschko had the lineal title. Tyson Fury beat him, right? So that made him become the lineal champion. All the other belts don't mean nothing because he beat the man. That beat the man. So he's the man right now. So when no belt else fails, he still had what? The lineal title.
I'm not disputing you, by the way. I'm not arguing you.
No, I'm just telling you. You can't become number one in any division, without having that lineal title. There's go lineal champion. There go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on down. When you look at it, if that mug say vacant, you can't call yourself number one in the division because it's vacant. That belt override all the other belts. Why you think it's free? You the people champ. You the champ. We're gonna give you a free belt. You earned this. All the other belts you gotta pay for.
So this is one thing.
All right. So they were discussing the lineal title, and you know, in the Ring magazine belt, which I guess like from the last couple of days, like I guess I used to think about it, or I kind of thought I knew about what that shit meant. And then, you know, like I seen Blood, he was talking about it, he kind of broke it down. Now, I guess not to get confused, the lineal title in the Ring magazine belt are two different things, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it sounds like Bud kind of had it confused, but I do understand. What he means. But so I guess like with the lineal title, could become lineal champion. You have to beat the man that beat the man,
right?
Or if you can't do that, you have to become undisputed, and then you would have the lineal title, or I guess if you fought number one because that I guess that's just the belt. So you either one have to beat the man that beat a man, or become undisputed.
Right. Exactly.
like he did. I mean, technically, he should be lineal right now due to the fact that he was lineal at 140, and then when he moved up, he fought Jeff Horn, and he beat Jeff Horn, which beat the lineal champion in Manny Pacquiao. But they said that that wasn't for the lineal, but how not if he, but the WBO was for at stake, so it should have been for lineal too. So he should technically be the lineal champion at 147 right now, and I think he probably know that.
Technically, Scotty, what you think? War Combat. What you think about that?
I apologize. I was talking to moms on the phone, bro.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm back. I'm back. What are you asking me again?
But the lineal titles, what you think about that? Like the lineal title is separate from the Ring magazine belt.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that too?
I do. Does it supposed to be like that's just the way everything that came together with the ring and the lineal title from so many exchanges. You talking about why would it be so why would it be semantics when it comes down to the ring and the lineal? Why would you put semantics in it to separate them?
I guess because it okay, so you get it from beating the man that beat the man, but if you don't beat the man that beat the if you're not able to beat the man, say you retire or whatever it may be, then to reestablish the lineal title, you would have to become undisputed. And I guess that's kind of where it get vague at, because the Ring magazine could get put up when the person ranked number 1 and number 2 fight. But I guess
so. You was feeling that Bud was confused on the lineal instead of the ring, or what?
Yeah. Because he was saying he was like the lineal belt.
Huh?
He was like the lineal belt, or the Ring magazine belt was like.
Well, he probably feel like they interchangeable for him because when he won the lineal, he won the Ring magazine.
Right.
So it was the same for him.
Getting at, like they, you know what I'm saying? They
usually win them both.
Package.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never really heard of somebody like getting the ring after they would win all the belts like that. You know what I'm saying? It pretty much comes with the package when you undisputed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's without the franchise, of course.
Yeah, because the lineal champion means that you've beaten all other champions in your division. You're the lineal.
Yeah,
you are the guy. You are the guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Confuses me in boxing, right, is the argument between like legacy and getting paid, because I feel like fans, we always expect boxers to want to care about legacy more than anything else, but like in real life we all care about getting paid, right? Like I have a job, I'd like people to think that I'm good at it, but I care more about like my contract and what that reflects, and can I change my standard of living? Can I help out my family? Like all that kind of stuff, right? How do you like balance the two? Like what is somebody who's talking about being the people's champ, the lineal champ, all of that stuff obviously has value to you. Do you care more about legacy? Do you care more about getting paid? Like what's the balance for you between the two?
See, at one point in your career, you're going to care about legacy, because that's what you're doing it for. You're going to care about becoming world champion. You're gonna care about fighting the biggest fights. But then it's gonna flip. It's all about the money. At the end of the day, we didn't accomplish everything we accomplished. We prize fighters. Let's fight for this prize. Let's fight for this prize, because we not fighters today like the fighters that was ages ago. That was leaving the sport with brain damage, and they don't have nothing to show for. They don't have nothing to show for. When you look at a lot of those old fighters, they was taken advantage of, put in the ring, 10 times a year, and all 10 fights was tough fights, and they was brutally knocked out, or they was in split decisions, 15 rounds, and then when you see them, you like, man, I remember this dude was such and such, such and such. But then when you look at him, you like, dang, man, it's sad because he don't have nothing to show for it. He put his life on the line for a sport that didn't give him nothing back. Not even healthcare. It's people that's dying in the ring. Look at recently, my guy, he's in a coma right now.
Kazakh fighter.
Yeah, but that's what we do it for. We do it for the fans' entertainment. So when fighters get hurt like him, us fans, we go about our day like nothing happened. So just imagine how much he was fighting for. He was fighting for pennies and nickels. What if he didn't have insurance? Now what? Now all that money that he didn't fall for is gone. Why? Because he got to pay for his doctor bill. If God willing, he come out of the situation that he come out of. And then when he do come out of that situation, there's no way for him to make money in boxing no more. So now what he got to do? He got to go slave doing other jobs that if he can work. If he can't, then now what? See, a lot of people don't look at things like that, And a lot of times people don't have people, around them that care about them enough to say, hey, listen, put your money up. Put it in this so it can gain interest. Here, invest in this, or do this with your money, or do that. Don't buy this, don't buy that. A lot of people don't have those type of individuals in their life to look out for them and, make sure that they do got something, to show for at the end of their career. That way they don't have to come back to boxing, when they retire and feel like, this is the only avenue they can make money in. So, yes, it's about the money at the end of the day.
I feel you. So when do you want to get out this game? Because you used to say like 30.
Yeah, nigga. We talking about. Broke that shit down, man. Almost made me shed a tear on y'all niggas, man. Quit playing, bruh.
You fucking dummy. I'm a prize fighter. That's what I'm supposed to fight for. A prize. Duh.
I quit playing, man.
Yeah,
he got the fucking legacy, bro. Y'all heard, y'all seen him? Hands in that motherfucking cement, cast it. The legacy there. Been getting money, bro. This shit about the bread. Don't come to him with no stupid ass contract thinking that, you can get him to take a bullshit contract because he won 3 belts. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, they know what this shit about, man. Go ahead, go World Combat. I heard you about to say something.
Yeah, this, listen to him say that, I hit record, I hit the playback on that a lot, man. And that's in my debate with these dudes, that's what I be trying to prove, like I asked them a question, why are you so astringent on not understanding what he's saying right here? You have to earn your money while you can before you incapable of earning any more money at top dollar. And then if you don't earn enough to put it away or invest it or to make you money, then like Bud said, you're going to have to do some slave work, or you're going to have to do something that you're not used to doing. That wasn't what you did in boxing, of course. So you out here just putting in tedious hours of work outside of your freaking prime. You're much older now. You're fragile. And you probably got a family to take care of. But that part right there was one of the best parts of the interview for me. I'm not going to lie. Because we supposed to think of him as a prize fighter. But when you hear the voices on the YTC, it's almost like they totally jettison that. It's just go sign the contract. What the fuck you mean go sign a contract? You know what I'm saying? Like, let the dude negotiate his worth just like Teofimo did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say that shit about Teo when he was negotiating his contract against Loma. know what I'm saying? They didn't say that about him when he went to a purse bid to fight freaking Cambosis, and Triller picked it up.
Fact. Shit. Let one of Earl fights go to purse bid. Let's see who will win that bitch. Let's see if Showtime be able to win that motherfucker, man. But
I heard they
everybody
did go to purse
that
bid.
bullshit, man. They are like trying to thinking he need to take this. Like at the end of the day, bro, Showtime could still be trying to negotiate the fight with him right now if they really wanted to make it. Because I don't want to hear no outrage against Tank, because Tank about to fight somebody before he fight Ryan, and you can sit back and say, "Oh
Exactly.
no." You can sit back and say, "Oh no, it's because he already got this fight down." Well, motherfucker, why they ain't negotiating to get the fight down right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why when they ask him when they ask him, "Hey, are you still in talking to Al and them since you announced your fight?" No. Fuckers we talking about? Them the same motherfuckers who I used to hear say, "Man, Bud need to hit Al and them up. He need to hit them guys at Showtime up." Dumb motherfucker, when the last time I heard a fighter hitting somebody up to get a contract? Like, hey, can you make up a contract so I can get signed over there with y'all? Like, no, they hit you.
You ain't been doing the education.
Bro.
You ain't been doing the education.
Kanye, calm down.
You don't have the answers, though.
They really got to stop this shit, man. They really got to stop this shit, man. I be hearing them say stupid shit like that, bro. And that shit like...
See, you can apply what he's saying to real life, right? I'm talking about real life. I ain't talking about, 8-figure, 9-figure nigga life. I'm talking about real life, right? I busted my ass. I worked at that carpenters union for 26 years. I retired. The only reason I was able to retire was because I got that 100% service connection. Because retirement wouldn't have been enough. If I would have never got the service connection, I still have to be out there busting my ass working. Like he said, man, you spend your life doing something and you put your heart, your soul into it, your blood, sweat, and tears. And if you don't invest it right, if you ain't got your money right, you come out with nothing. And the world just moves on. Like you said, that man is in a coma. Morrell put that man in a coma.
And this whole
we don't even know if that man gonna come out of that coma.
He about to spend his whole purse.
Yeah.
In that hospital.
And he's far away from home. That dude is far away from home.
No,
stuck in the hospital over here.
Take care of that shit. He ain't paying that medical shit out of his pocket. His people. That's why they have insurance on the fighters. In order for a promoter to put on a fight, they got to get insurance on the venue. They have to get insurance on the freaking fighters. All that. So they have. They
learned that from Gerald McClellan, right? Right, Scotty?
Yeah.
They learned that from Gerald McClellan. Because Don King left his ass in England. You know that, right?
Hospital bed.
Left that man in England. He left that man over there.
Yeah.
Shit fucked up, man. Yeah, man, but that's some real shit, man. Bud said, and if they don't understand that, then y'all will never understand shit. And I don't even give a damn.
Yeah, he know boxing. He know the history of the sport. It's always been a letdown when your favorite fighter. If you know all about these fighters, then it's always a tragic story at the end. So, I mean, at least we get to see some fighters make a living outside of boxing, like Sean Porter, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward. They still able to do their thing outside of the ring, and that's a beautiful thing.
But how many of those are few and far between, though?
Yeah,
those are few and far between. Because everybody not gonna be commentating.
Yeah. And in the other news, before we go back to this next question start the interview again. Virgil and Stanionis is set for March. The WBA order it, and they both agreed to it. So Virgil gonna be fighting Stanionis in March.
Damn, so Boost fighting Rashidi Ellis.
Rashidi Duck. He said he don't want to fight.
Yeah, they said
I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did, man.
That's
Because
not.
he ain't been in the ring enough, man. No, let him get back in ring shape, and he only had one fight.
No. He said he announced himself. He said Boots ain't shit. He said Boots is a hype job. That's what he said out of his mouth.
He said Boots a hype job?
He said Boots a hype job. Boots, I'll knock Boots out. Boots ain't been in the ring with nobody. Okay. When they throw the fight your way, what you do?
I didn't know he said all of that shit.
Yeah, he said all that. Yeah, Rashidi said all that.
Damn, all right. Shit. So, all right.
Damn.
You're 34 years old. You're 35 now. You're still in it, right? I've
told
heard
you
you.
that?
I've listened to your interviews. You used to say that.
You pay attention. I like that. I actually did. I always said, I wanted to retire at 33. I did. I wanted to retire at 33, and here I am. At 35, still going. I just love.
Is there
sport.
still an itch? Like, what is it that you want to? There's something you have to achieve before you hang it up, or what is it?
I just feel like I'm still at the top of my game, and I really wanted that Aerosmith fight. I feel like that's the fight that I really wanted. Just to prove a point. That was it. I really don't need boxing. It's a plus of getting a big lump, and I really wanted that Aerosmith fight. I feel like that's the fight that I really wanted. Just to prove a point. That was it. I really don't need boxing. It's a plus of getting a big lump sum at once, at doing something that you love to do. But I've been blessed with putting people in the right, putting the puzzles together for Terence Crawford after boxing. So God has blessed me with a lot of people that care about me, and I made some great decisions, and I made some great investments, and I'm still doing big things and outside of the ring. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he only fight once a year and this and that and this." Well, I'm not hurting. If I was hurting, I had to take this, I had to take that, I had to do this, I had to do that. But I'm not hurting. I'm comfortable, and I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm blessed.
Praise God. God is good. So obviously you've moved on from Top Rank, right? So this is like a new period of time for you. You've taken control of your own career. It's something you've talked about a lot. One of the things that you said is that the next fight is the start of a new chapter for your career. What is it that you want to be different or to feel different in this new chapter?
Well, I just want to, be in control of my own career, in control of my own destiny. That's pretty much it. I just want to have, a seat at the table and make sure that, I'm aware of everything that's going on within my career. And
so having taken that back, does it feel good?
Oh, of course. I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to do at Top Rank. I'm able to see things that I wasn't able to see at Top Rank. I'm able to know things that I wasn't able to know at Top Rank. So I love it.
So if you were advising young up-and-coming fighters, how do you manage your career? What would your advice be in terms of signing with a big promotional company versus trying to keep that control for yourself?
A lot of people need a helping hand, a little boost when they get their feet off the ground. And I always say by far, Top Rank is the best promotional company out there, by far, hands down. They build the most champions. They done promoted the biggest fighters and best fighters in the history of the sport. So they got a long, extensive history of building champions into Hall of Famers. To start off your career, that'd be a great move. But then, branch off once you get to a certain point in your career where you can make moves and understand the business and, do it yourself.
Is that because no one's ever going to take care of you the way you're going to take care of you?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nobody is ever going to, look out for your best interest if it don't, benefit them at some point.
So the fights on BLK Prime, right? The truth is they've never done boxing at this kind of level before. You said on your IG live that BLK Prime is the new wave. Why do you say that?
Because it's a new company. Everybody calling. Everybody want to know about BLK Prime. This is the start of something new. With fighters get to be in on all the negotiations, and fighters get to see everything that's coming in, and it's not all about the promoters. It's just a different platform. It's kind of like when Golden Boy started up. How successful they was. How DAZN, when they started up, they were successful. How PBC started up, they were successful. So when you look at all those new promotional companies and new people that got into boxing, it just jumped off. It was the new wave.
So break that down for me, though. Does that mean that their intention is not to make deals with promotional companies? They just want to work directly with a fighter and therefore pass on more of the benefit to you guys? Like, is that what they're trying to do?
For sure. They just
okay.
They want to work. They want to basically, work with the fighter and make the best and the most money for the fighter fighting the best fights. So, instead of the promoters taking all the money from the sponsorships, from, the ticket sales and whatnot, they want to help the fighters out and basically give them a platform where they can learn as well.
So are you hoping that this would be the longer term home for you, or are you just taking it fight by fight, see how this one goes, and then you'll make your decision?
Well, yeah, for sure. I'm just taking it fight by fight, and, build a relationship with BLK Prime and, see where everything else take me.
When it's a network like this, right, that's just launching, it's pretty.
Yeah, man. So my man talking about BLK Prime, how they putting that shit on. They ain't trying to have the promoters all in the videos. You know what I mean? Taking all the cash and shit, taking all the sponsorship bread and shit like that. They pretty much doing shit, I guess in theory, what Al Heyman doing? Shit, I guess that's why Al Heyman not a promoter. He, whatever. So I guess
Who's an advisor over there at BLK?
Shit, I heard nothing about no advisors, man. I heard shit. The fighter.
Just a streaming service, right?
Yep.
So if they just a streaming service, that means you get with New Generation, which is Richard Schaefer from Probellum, and then you got Bash Boxing, who handles the sports entertainment. So all them in the trio, I guess, is going to work to segue this, through this first boxing card and see what happens after that. I think Terence Crawford, he's going to bring some. If everything goes good with him, he's going to bring some of his other fighters from the gym and be on BOK.
Yeah, shit. I think
he has some fighters over there, though.
Yeah.
The ones that they signed, like a so-called Nelson.
Yeah, so-called Nelson. They got Lolo Harris over there.
Lolo Harris
fighting on the card.
They got
Lolo, so-called. Well, he got Truck over there too, Scotty.
Truck is fighting on that
Truck
card
was
though.
in Haney. I thought Truck was with Haney then.
Truck
You
Simpson.
talking about Truck Simpson?
Yeah,
I thought
Truck Simpson is fighting on. He gonna fight on Terence Crawford card. That'll be he gonna be on that card. But
shit.
We don't know who else gonna be on the card. But like you said, World Combat, it's a lot of fighters out of his stable that could possibly be on that card too.
And they ain't signing nobody, exactly. They signed the
That's
Bud.
what. And that's what I was like when they was on this torchlit parade on YouTube. They only looking at one fight. They're looking at Dave Avanesian, but for Blue and them cats, they're gonna be involved with future fights because I'm pretty sure Crawford is trying to gauge and see how this whole process worked that evening, and then he gonna bring his other fighters on the stable. You know what I'm saying? So it has potential of growing and doing some bit pretty solid fight cards. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, but I was thinking if these dudes was like back in the day when it was Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, they sat in the car and talked about a fight together and negotiated the fight on their own terms. Man, them brothers could do some big things together, not only with themselves, but after they lead a sport, they can have talent that's coming from these stables that they could fight each other and all of that. It could last.
I mean,
the
they
only
ain't built the
difference-
same, bro.
Yeah,
They're not-
that
they're
and the only
not built the
difference
same.
between these guys and Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali is that Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali were megastars at the time. These guys,
They was built different though. Like they was
Yeah.
cut from a different fabric, man.
You're right.
They,
You're right.
They was the cream of the crop, and for them to sit in the car, it was contentiousness between them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Ali used to do some shit to him, call the man a goddamn gorilla and shit, but I guess when it was all said and done, they end up respecting one another at the end. You know what I'm saying?
well,
had some
they
epic
was
battles.
friends coming up. They was friends when they was coming up.
Yeah, they was friends, but Muhammad Ali
And
kind of took it too far to promote the fight and call that man a gorilla.
Yeah, he
and
did. He-
Right.
and
He
shit like
did some
that.
evil things, and he apologized for it later. But the reason he got that first fight, because he told Joe to his face, he said, you ain't the real champion until you beat me.
Mhm.
And Joe knew that. Joe knew that.
I never liked
But
Joe
Joe was
Frazier's
with the
style,
shit.
though.
Yeah, Joe was with it. Joe was with it. Joe was really the ghetto black dude. Ali was,
Yeah.
you really know, Ali came from suburbs.
Yeah.
Ali had mama and daddy and grass in his front yard.
And
Joe didn't have it.
And Joe wondered why the black community didn't root for him over Ali
Yeah.
when he a
For
real
real.
one.
For
And that
real.
was,
He's a
I
real
remember
one,
that. Yeah. Like, damn. But Muhammad Ali had to gift the gab, and he did that with a lot of his opponents. And that was
Muhammad
something.
Ali looked better than Joe Frazier too. He was all
Well,
about
like
being
he
a pretty
said.
boy too.
Yeah.
And like
saying?
Ali
Muhammad-
always said, he said, I talk a whole lot and I can back up every word.
Muhammad Ali
Yeah, he
had the dynamic of getting the ladies, but yet he was a fighter too. Muhammad Ali was a lover and a fighter. That's what put him over the threshold of certain fighters, because he was out there in the streets with the women, but yet he can fight. You know what I'm saying? Not just in the
He's
ring.
bad,
Yeah.
man.
You know how you see how he jacked up Ernie Terrell. He said, I'm gonna make you say my name, nigga.
Yeah, he was a prolific person. He was a prolific speaker, and that was incredible as a professional athlete, as such as boxing, to be a spokesman for a generation of people at that time. Like the younger generation probably don't understand how important boxing was.
Because he was saying what we all want to say. Like he said, Viet Cong ain't never called me no nigga. Why you want me to go 10,000 miles away to fight against people, and I can't? I even got freedom here. You motherfuckers won't even fight for me here, but you want me to go over there and fight for you?
I'm surprised he even made it out of that alive. Back then, they were sending the brothers over there on the front line getting killed. I'm surprised he even made it up out of that objection alive, man. For real.
Because he was the polar opposite of Joe Louis, but just as popular. And it would have been detrimental to boxing if you would have did that. They did strip him and put him in jail and all of that, but
yeah,
to try to kill him, then man, that would have been a big problem.
That's why I get upset when I hear these motherfuckers today talk about they cut from the cloth for Ali or they trying to speak. Look, ain't near one of these niggas today would give up what he gave up.
Nah.
No. Hell
no.
It's too. It requires you to have a different type of intestinal fortitude about yourself, courage. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that self-commitment. I mean, this man is speaking up against being a conscientious objector and going to the draft. And back then, man, the draft. I ain't gonna lie. My pops told me he was a draft dodger, and I say, "How are you as a draft dodger?" He said they was calling the draft. And I was getting close to going up there, and then I dipped out of line and went to the bathroom.
You talking about Vietnam?
I said they didn't catch you. You had to get back. Now I got at the back of the line. Then they stopped. They stopped calling names. So I
You
said,
talking
you
about
dodged
Vietnam War combat?
Yeah.
Yeah, my pop was in it.
Okay, for sure. Salute to him, man. Shit, warrior spirit, for real. That was one of the worst wars ever.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, man.
My uncle was in Vietnam. My grandfather was in World War II. I had my black ass over in Somalia. I had my black ass over Somalia and Lebanon. So all of us are combat veterans.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the life. Beautiful life too, man.
Now it is. It wasn't beautiful then. Now it is.
I mean, I thought it was. I would rather be boots on the ground rather than sitting here going through the PTSD and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at least over there, I knew I was actively going somewhere on the convoys. I was up to set up communications in these certain areas that we needed security. I mean, I would rather be in the heat of the moment rather than just retired.
On the watch.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking about shit. YouTube does take your mind off a lot of stuff, but
it's the only thing. The hardest thing for me was just dealing with civilians when you come back. You know what I mean? Because your mindset is totally different from anybody that's. Only certain people can relate to what you've been through. Everybody can't relate to it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't talk about it. People don't understand what you're coming.
Yeah, that's why we here. Picked up
if you ain't been in it, if you ain't shed the same blood, the same mud that I shed, then there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, let me go and get in this, man. Let me start it up.
Yeah, go back.
Pretty unknown in terms of being a streaming service, right? So just truthfully, it's probably going to be hard to get the awareness where you would maybe want it to be, to get the buys to be where you would want it to be. You kind of brace for that, for the views not to hit like crazy numbers and then people to kind of use that against you and say, see, I told you shouldn't have fought him, blah, 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 blah. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, of course. You got to always expect that, with something new coming up. But, this is just the start of something. So when it starts, it may not be all peaches and cream, from the jump, because a lot of people don't know about BLK Prime. A lot of people don't know, about the app, so, you got to get your feet wet. Then once you get your feet wet, then, everything start coming into place. The fights that they put on the app, the type of fighters that they go out and search and get and put on. The fans want to see good fights. They want to see great fights. So as long as they putting out great fights with great fighters, then it's gonna do good numbers.
Mm-hmm. So you're in training camp right now, which means you're in Colorado, right? What's a Terence Crawford camp like?
Terence Crawford camp. I would say my camp is full of hard work, a lot of games, a lot of competitiveness, and just all out, fun and hard work. That's pretty much what it is.
What are we playing? What are the games?
We playing spades, we playing dominoes, we playing ping pong, we playing darts, playing basketball. Just anything we can competitive for.
To fish too, is that right?
Yeah, but I don't fish in camp.
You don't?
I don't know why. I ain't never fished in camp.
Okay.
I don't really be having the time because it's like, you're working, eating, rest, working, rest, working, wake up, do it again. So my day is consist on working out and rest and, get a couple of games here and there, and then, you watching TV or you watching boxing and you waiting for your next workout or you getting ready for the next.
You enjoy camp or you hate camp?
I love it. I actually do enjoy it.
Okay.
Because it's peaceful.
Well, when you got 6 kids at home, it's definitely peaceful, right?
Definitely. Yeah. They just left. They was up here
Oh,
So
really?
my three boys was up here. They had a wrestling tournament in Denver, so I
Okay.
went down there and watched them, and they got to stay up here and stuff.
That's dope.
So yeah, a little excitement for a couple of days.
I mean, one of the things that people say about you and that you read about you a lot is how important it is for you to be present as a father, that you don't miss tournaments, that you don't miss birthdays, all those kind of things. How do you balance that with camp life? How do you make that work?
Yeah, I always said, as a young kid, where my father wasn't at none of my birthdays, none of the holidays, nothing I could really remember. He was at a couple of my fights and whatnot. I always thrived on, you know, I never was nothing on my kids, because that's what's important to them. Boxing is important, but boxing ain't gonna be there for me after I retire. So I don't care who I'm fighting. I don't care where I'm at. If my kid have a birthday, if they have something going on, a holiday or whatever, I'm making it my point to be there. Because at the end of the day, when they get older, they gonna remember. They gonna be like, man, my dad was there no matter what. My dad was boxing, but he ain't never missed no birthday. My dad was boxing, but he never missed a Christmas. My dad was boxing, but if I had a dance recital, he was there. So they gonna remember that.
What do they do that drives you crazy?
What do they do to everything? They
Okay.
fight, they scream, they yell, they just do the most. They tear up the house, they put holes in the wall, they write on the walls. Oh man, they do the most. They do the most.
So one of my favorite videos from this year, it was this year, right? It wasn't last year. Your daughter winning the race. So she's doing a track meet. She's like 7 years old, right? This video went
Yes.
viral too. The gun sounds for the race to start. She goes out to start the race. She comes out of her shoe. She turns around. She picks up her shoe. She's miles behind at this point, and she just starts running. And she runs this incredible bend, and she catches all the girls in the home straight, and she ends up winning the race. It was a brilliant video. It was very cool to see like the character that she displayed in that moment. That kind of relentlessness, is that something that you've like instilled in them because that's something that you have in you, or is that just genetic? Is that just how they are? Like, what is it with your kids? Do you teach them that purposely?
I think it's just genetics, and then the will of me telling them never give up. My daughter, she's an athlete. My boys, they get mad because, I use her, when I be like, man, watch this. I bet you can't do more push-ups than my daughter. And she'll hit like 40 like real push-ups like a dude, like up down. And then, the boys, they be trying to compete with her, but they can't, do as many push-ups as her, and they always get jealous and stuff like that. But yeah, my kids, they just blessed with genetics. They all athletes. They all, dance and do sports, and I'm just blessed to be in a position that I am to be their father.
Amen. That's cool. So going back to camp, obviously you're somebody, you've got a big family around you, so you're used to kind of encouraging people.
Man, salute that boy Bud, man. Dude don't miss none of his kids meets and none of that shit. Go to all of them. All of them gifted as hell, man. Yeah, you got to salute him, man. And for one of the reasons he do it, because his dad was never there to do it for him. So, man, hell yeah, stand up guy, man. Man. If y'all like Bud, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't really understand you, bro. You out here hating. Dude really do everything. He take care of his kids, man. He don't smoke. He drink. Shit, whatever, even if he did it, you know what I mean? He treat the sport right, he treat the game right, and shit, you don't be rewarded when you do shit. Man.
I mean, you can't call yourself a boxing fan if you don't like a boxer that's never in trouble, ain't at the club drinking, ain't beating up women, taking care of his family, live, eat, drink, breathe, sleep, shit boxer. always working with the young fighters. If you don't like that, if you don't respect that, you're not a boxing fan.
I tweeted on this comment. He had made a comment earlier about all of that hating that you was talking about. And I tweeted back, the sad part about all of this is that the boxer does everything that the sport requires, and they still do all of the hating. That's not real boxing fans. Real boxing fans know the sport well enough to know that we've seen a lot of tragedies in the sport because of extracurricular activity outside of the ring. This man is doing everything right, though. You don't root for that?
Yeah, man. Hey, Bud, funny, Bud was going in today. I was on I was on that jump today. And damn, I forgot to say something when KO was in the knockout was in the chat. My nigga, he had text Bud. No, he ain't text Bud, but I guess he added Bud in one of his comments earlier. I'm gonna read the judge. It said, now knockout said, been waiting to see if someone else would say it. Since they won't, I will. And he added Ron Garcia. He said Ron Garcia just showed me more heart than Terence Crawford. And he added Terence Crawford. He said, let that sink in. Have a great weekend. 100. My nigga Terence Crawford went in his tweet and said, you can't show me I don't have more heart. Hey, I seen that. I said, hey, my nigga Bud, man.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
He with the shit.
Well, what part did he lie about?
He said, you can't show me I don't have no heart. Oh, my God.
Exactly. What part did he lie about is what I'm asking.
Man.
I'm saying.
You talking that shit.
He with the shit. I like that. He with the shit.
Yeah. Nigga, show me. Show me I'm a punk, nigga.
But I like that interview because he's still telling Earl Spence Jr. that he's still with the shit. Like, bro, I'm still with the shit. It's not like this fight is meaning something. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him. And when I beat the fuck out of him, I'm whooping your ass next. And if your cheerleader around and he still got them belts, I'm gonna beat his ass too. And he's really trying to be on that before he walk out of this sport. I believe it. And if he don't get Jamil Charlo, which that's going to be the toughest fight of his career, then I see how great he wanted to be. Or if he left on top, shit, leave on top, shit. I don't give a fuck. But long as you accomplish that fight, man, get that fight under your belt. Because I know it's not you. I know it's not him neither. I know it's the power that's being taming. You know, everybody needs to listen to the powers that be. Only motherfucker that was probably saying something that people was going off the record with was Steven Espinoza. Other than that, if he wasn't saying all of this dumb shit, like, the fight's gonna happen. But he ain't telling you when, though. So, like, technically, tomorrow the fight's supposed to happen. But it ain't happening. So shit, let's be realistic. Earl Spence was on the phone saying that the fight was in January or some shit in those weeks or months or something like that to come. But wanted to fight now. Like, damn, let's get a fight going. We need something to happen. Like, what's going on? And you made a great point, Q. Tank getting the fight. Canelo knew who he was fighting before he fought the next person. So how is this the case that now is shame on Bud and we just about to knock his name and all of that just because he took a fight and it's a lucrative fight? Come on, man.
Yeah, and you said a lucrative fight, right? Man, what AB tell us, man?
Hell yeah, I know, man. It's getting bad, bro. They can't even promise Earl and Terence no guarantees.
Come on, man.
Right after that, he jumped ship. Like, shit, he ain't that dumb.
And he jumped ship, but he better make weight, though.
Hey, AB out here still got a big ass belly and shit. I seen him.
He does, man. And that's going to be difficult for him to lose, making 140.
Man, he ain't making one for it.
You know, I look at these dudes, bro. Like, they spend more time, you know, directing all their energy to Crawford just to get a response like that, so they can post it on a thumbnail or something. But in reality, the way I look at it, it's almost like they totally abandoned Spence. They're not even talking too much about Spence. They more focused on Crawford because he's the biggest topic. He's the hottest topic on here. So they rather just keep the focus highlighted on him on Twitter, wherever they can locate him and see if they respond to him. And in reality, they should be bigging up Spence, making sure he's taken care of, wishing him the best. You know, instead of you know, when the video come out, they start talking about Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
What's gonna happen when Crawford knock his ass out? Who they gonna talk about then?
Motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I can't wait for that Sunday.
They gonna pull a motherfucking excuse out their ass. I ain't gonna lie, I cannot wait till that Sunday. It's gonna be a quiet ass day on YouTube.
No, because they're gonna be online. No, it's not gonna be quiet because they're gonna be online talking about, well, you know, he was never really healed from an accident.
Man.
You know,
I
he
wish
had
they
issues
would.
with girl,
I wish
and
they
you know,
would.
Earl was on the drugs, and it'd have been the Earl that fucked around. It would have been different.
Them niggas gonna be
You know how
on
it's
that.
gonna come, man.
I'm gonna kill my. I can't do it.
I'm gonna tell you when I learned. This is what I learned, bro. This is when I learned. I'm gonna tell you when I learned. But build up to the Porter fight. He did an interview after the training session. He said, I already know how y'all get in. He said, I already know how y'all get in. Now, I'm finna fight Porter, right? He said, now, after I stop him, he said this 2 months before the fight. He said, now, after I stop him, y'all gonna have another excuse. And God damn it, did they or did they not?
Man.
The lie detector determined you are telling
The thing is too though, bro, we just gotta accept that, bro. Like, a group of people just did a real smear campaign on this man. You know what I'm saying? And got a segment of people to really think this certain way about Bud. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And all they gotta do is look at like for example, like Deontay Wilder do the same shit with Deontay Wilder. Then when he got knocked off, you feel me? Now it's like everything is now dependent on EJ now. And
they already shitted on Tank too bad.
They already done shitted on Tank, so they can't even go back to Tank. Like, this is
shitted on Mel before he was undisputed. Now he undisputed. They still don't want to. They
stay away from Devin Haney. Stay away from my nigga, bro. Don't come with my nigga with that.
It's too late. It's
too late. They already got Bill on the chitlin circuit.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Keep my nigga away from them niggas.
Nah, but Bill know how to work the chilling circuit.
Yeah,
That's what makes it
like that. Yeah, Bill.
Devin don't move like that. It's a combination of great business. They just know how to do business. They very smart over there.
Yeah, yeah. Bill know how to work the niggas. You're right. Bill,
not everybody's built for that. Not everybody acclimated to this jungle, but Bill is.
Yeah, but I think Devin Haney learned. From that last time of what happened to him when he did that shit, talking about he'd never get beat by a white boy. I think he learned from that. From having.
No, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you what it was, Taco.
From that,
he saw how motherfuckers switched up and flipped on him when Lenore's caught him with that shot.
I bet he did.
He saw that,
but
he peeked that. Oh, okay, these niggas is fickle. Now I'm chinning. Now I ain't shit. Now everybody gonna knock me out. I can't take a shot. Okay. Yep. I see how you niggas get out.
One thing I say about Devin and with Devin, like I wouldn't, like, when I first seen Devin, I wasn't like, oh, just sold on him. But I get more sold on Devin when I hear him talk, and then I see him fight. Like the fights that he been doing, like building up, like fight after fight, he just getting better and better. And one thing about Devin, I can say, man, I love how, like, his his approach to shit, like how we think about shit. He act like he been here before.
Right.
Like, and I love that about that nigga. He don't never get too excited or none of that shit. Like he act like he been here before. You know what I mean? He super mature. You know, when he sit down and he think about shit before he said. You know, he ain't the best shit talker or none of that shit, but I mean in the sense of listen to him speak and all that shit, man. I fuck with that.
Sharp.
He's sharp.
He's sharp. You know what I mean? He's sharp, but he do got a little cockiness, a little bit more spunk than to me, than a lot more than like Tank, even more than a little bit more spunk than Bud. Like, you feel me, in a sense, like, you feel me, like yeah, I think he do got a little bit more spunk.
Nah, because when it's time to talk his shit, he gonna do it. He gonna run up on you. He gonna see you every time.
Devin Haney is a little bit more. I give Devin Haney that nod. Like, he with the shit. Like, I ain't saying Bud, but I'm just saying Bud. I'm just saying Devin Haney with it a little bit more. You feel me? A little bit more, because he's still young too, so it could be that. You know what I mean? But he just a little bit more spunky with it. You know what I'm saying? Than Bud right now. So I just think that Devin Haney, man, he then gonna be in a class of his own. Like, wait, you feel me? Because he's the youngest, one of the youngest to do it right now, and he undisputed, bro. At what, 23, 24 years old, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like damn, bro.
Great accomplishment already
In the full belt era. Like,
yeah,
come on, bro.
That's incredible, man. Gotta get little bro.
He would never have to take a deal. He would never have to take a deal that he took in a day in his life no more. He ain't got never worry about taking no deal like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Especially after he beat Loma.
Oh yeah,
that's
for sure.
And
after he beat the Great White Hope, who they call Jesus, niggas be calling Jesus. Like, nigga, are you kidding me, bro? Like, nigga.
Yeah.
How you a black nigga calling this nigga?
If he get that Loma scalp, I'ma love that Loma scalp.
But niggas be weird, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
You gotta give him a different type of ass whipping though. Like, ooh, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like that last Cambosis John, man, but with even more intelligent, more skill, like, because that's what gonna make you bring. You know, Cambosis, I ain't gonna lie, I was never too high on Cambosis.
Cambosis might have more heart than a little bit, than Loma a little bit though.
I don't know about that. I can't.
Man,
I disagree.
I'm just saying.
I disagree. All Devin Haney gotta do is win.
Bro, the more he throw, the more he's susceptible to get.
All Devin Haney gotta do is win. That's all he gotta do.
But what I'm saying is, the more aggressive he be, the more it works out for Devin Haney. So
that's true too, Taco. But look at this.
But the more aggressive you are, Taco, the more chances you got to get clipped.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
he ain't got to do that. Keep fighting your fight. Make them motherfuckers.
Exactly. I'm talking about because he could beat him to the punch, Taco. Like most of them Loma moves, he can beat him to the punch. Right now, Loma.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far as Loma, bro. Like I don't think that Loma got as much dog as Cambosis. Like, wait, you feel me? I think Cambosis got some dog, a little bit more dog in him. I don't think
Cambosis got a lot of dog in. Cambosis just ain't got no skill. Right. Loma don't have to have as much dog because Loma got way more skill. But the problem
he gonna sit back and think about them punches.
The problem for Loma is that Loma is too little,
bro.
Loma is too little. He's too little.
Ain't got no more dog than no motherfucking Loma, dog.
Loma is too little. There's nothing Lomachenko, like I told you about Cambosis. I'm gonna tell you the same thing again, Q.
Why that nigga want throwing against
there is nothing that Lomachenko can do to avoid this ass whooping. There's nothing Lomachenko can do to avoid this ass whooping. Nothing he can do.
Big fact.
You can't stop.
Like I said, because Devin could beat him to the punch. See, most of his movement, if Devin just trained, like right now, if he go to Terence Crawford training camp right now to get a little work in, he can understand great foot movement in the middle of trying to put your attack in on a person that's elusive like that. Loma is similar to that. So if you look at how he don't like punishment, Devin is a punishing puncher, no matter what anybody say, because they don't want to keep running up on them punches. If you look at his fights, they not just running into them trying to walk Devin down. You ain't never really been seeing Devin get walked down. Why? Because he know his punches hit, and he hit hard. After the course of time, you're not the same fighter that you was in the 4th round, in the 8th round. And that always happens because he always figure you out. So when he figure you out and Loma trying to download the information, it'll be too late.
Exactly.
He's not gonna get it.
And that's what I mean, bro. Like I don't think that he's gonna be willing to just sacrifice to sacrifice. You feel me? Like to
getting his ass beat like that,
like and lay it out. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Well, but let me ask you something, Taco. Let me ask you something. What other choice did Kambosos have? He don't have the skill. He don't have the size. What else could he do?
Brawl. Shit, that was all he could do.
Exactly. But I don't think just because Loma got some feet working skills, I think that Devin Haney's got the feet working skills too to counteract.
What did I just tell you, Taco? What I just tell you?
That's why I said you're gonna beat him to the punch.
Listen to me. There is nothing Lomachenko can do to avoid this ass whooping.
Hey,
nothing
the
he
only
can do.
thing he can do is catch you.
Only thing he can do is not sign a contract. That's what he can do.
Lucky punch,
not
bro.
sign the contract.
That's how I see it, bro.
The only thing he can do to avoid this ass whooping is not sign the contract. That's all he can do.
I
pretty much.
Lucky rabbit punch or something like nigga, something catch a nigga. That's the only thing I can see. But I can't even see that. And the nigga already kind of scared, talking about damn, he a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Where have you?
Now that I'll say this. I don't agree with that. I don't think he's scared of shit. I think he just know
he still is.
No,
like
I'm just saying that's negative energy to me. Like nigga,
I think he know what he up against. I don't think he's scared. I think he know what he up against.
And I
think that's what it is.
Man, he already knows.
Well, he got to get ready. He said he gonna be prepared.
Devin Haney was big. He seen Devin Haney before. He know Devin Haney. What he looked like. You feel me? He act like he ain't never seen Devin Haney before. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop that shit. Like this nigga. Like he ain't say that shit about T.O. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say that shit about nobody else, bro. That he done fought. But when he
and T.O. just as big as Devin.
You know why? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't think he respected anybody else that he fought.
But I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm just saying that's negative energy to me. Like nigga, like to
me,
like
he ain't. I gotta disagree with you on that topic. He ain't scared of shit. He ain't scared of shit. He just know what he up against.
He didn't show hardly nobody, bro.
And you know
show
that this is gonna be an uphill battle.
Other than Devin Haney, who he show respect like that too?
He knows. So because he knows this is an uphill battle. That's
well,
why
he did respect T.O. because he gave him some of his purse. That's some real shit. I think he did. He gave him some of his purse to make sure that he got that fight.
He gave him some of his purse because he figured he gonna whoop this boy ass. He didn't respect T.O. He didn't expect
the disrespect came because they didn't want the rematch.
So this is the first person that Loma is respecting. Then that's what that's what I believe. Now then.
He didn't respect none of them dudes. He didn't respect no goddamn Adam Carolla
because of him.
He didn't respect Adam Carolla. He didn't respect motherfucking Axeman Wall. He didn't respect none of them dudes. He knew he was gonna whoop all of them.
Okay, but look, so Shelton. So Shelton,
you think you respect Rigondeaux?
For me,
no.
I only could go off your actions, right?
Yeah, Russell.
I only could go off the energy. I only could go off the energy you give me, right? So from his fights, he been giving me. He gonna dominating energy, bro. He ain't scared of nothing. He gonna walk through everybody. Show a little bit of respect to his opponents, but not like that. Nigga, soon as Devin Haney come around, you talking about this nigga big and shit like that, like almost saying like, damn, he gotta get another tune up. That's what he sounded like to me in the ring. Like
he know what he. That's what I said.
Was hitting around it. Didn't it sound like he was hitting around it?
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. He knows what he's up against. He knows who this dude is. Lomachenko, if he's nothing else, he's not stupid. He knows what Devin Haney is. He's seen what Devin Haney can do. He knows what he up against.
Ass beat. That's why
he knows what he up against.
He hesitating on signing this contract. He probably like, man, I might just go ahead and retire. Nigga. Fuck it, let me go back to 130. Fucking Shakur Stevenson left 130. So shit, I ain't got nobody. I can just go down there and conquer. That's that nigga shit. I mean, if he was smart.
These
Shit.
dudes, them other dudes, he didn't respect none of them dudes. He knew he felt he was gonna beat everybody else he fought. This is the
If he
first
was
time that he
smart,
really feels he got a challenge.
if he was smart, that's what he would have did. Shit, he should have went to go back down to 130. Shit, motherfucking what's his name left? Shit,
Yeah, but see, the problem with
Secure.
that is Taco, his pride won't let him do it. He done talked about he want to fight, so now the fight's here, he got to take it.
Yeah, that nigga some rap for his ass. Devin Haney gonna beat his ass. But shit, all right, y'all, man. I just want to come on. Yeah, you know, they hate on Bud. You feel me? A black man with a black woman. You feel me? Take care of his kids. They hate on shit like that. You feel me? They love that other shit, bro. Niggas is weird coming up these days, bro. And it's crazy how these dudes could let a certain people change their opinion on the guy. You feel me? Because they say it, bro. That shit weird as fuck. Like to me, I like to do my research on the person. You feel me? I don't like to judge a book by its cover. I don't like to just, you feel me, listen to what somebody say about a person. You feel me? Because that person might just don't get the person. That person might not, you feel me, understand where the person is coming from. So to me, like before you judge somebody, you feel me, you should go and do your own due diligence to make sure, you feel me, that you know what I mean, that you know, you and your friend or whoever you see might not see eye to eye. So that's my thing on it, bro. Like niggas is weird as fuck, bro. And to me, niggas bash Bud because they see that it's a money grab. You feel me? Anytime they need money, they need views, they want to use Bud name to shit on him. You feel me? To get their views up. And that's what I see a lot of too. You know what I'm saying?
But what you gotta notice is most of them niggas speaking to an echo chamber, Taco.
No. So
they speaking to an echo chamber. They speaking to a whole bunch of motherfuckers who will repeat the same shit they say.
And then look at it. And then you can even go look. You can even go look at niggas' videos when they talk about some other shit. Compared when they talk about Bud, bro. Watch. Listen, like they'll have a video talking about some other shit. And that shit might not get no views, nigga. Watch the next day they're gonna come out with a Bud video. Nigga, get their views up and shit, nigga. Bro, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
100% facts. I see that shit all the time. Even they say it, like, man, I dropped this and it got me 10,000. But they probably ain't even against Bud. Even if they with Bud, they still go up like that. So, man, the man's name is ringing in all corners of boxing. I don't see why we looking at one fighter making it seem like he holding up a fight when if that's impossible. He just told you it's for the money. Let's get the money then. If the first proposal was bullshit anyway, I'd rather him do this fight so he can show his work.
Why do they call it prize fight? Why do they call it prize fight?
Man, and negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Negotiation, bro. Nigga, you fight, nigga. Like, what you mean? Like, niggas don't be understanding that shit, bro. Like, nigga, look how long it took Manny Pacquiao on them. Now, if Earl Spence was willing to do some cross promoting, then maybe we could have had the fight earlier. But remember, same different sides of the streets. Remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So you niggas be mad at Earl, nigga. Like, be mad at them niggas. Them niggas was talking about same side of the street. You niggas was riding them niggas' dick. Talking about same side of the street. He with a different promotional company. They supposed to keep all the belts for themselves and do that shit. That shit cool. They supposed to do that. You niggas was cool with that shit. So nigga, why you niggas mad when he a free agent and he getting the bag? And they love when EJ say something, right? Then EJ say in an interview when he was at an interview with somebody and said told Terence Crawford to get his bag. Didn't he say that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't he say that in the interview? He was like, well, do you got something to say about Terence Crawford and see?
Man, get your money. I ain't mad at you.
Get your bag. Didn't he say that?
I ain't mad at you. That's what he said. Right now, Terence Crawford tweeting about fighting and he tweeting about haircuts.
Man, this nigga all the way out with his family and shit. This nigga out with his family and shit on a vacation and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
How the fuck you talking about a fight, bro? That's the thing. Taco, they killing me. This motherfucker get the nerve to say he on vacation at Disneyland or Disney World. But how the fuck are you preparing for a fight? That don't even make sense to me, bro. But y'all talking about a goddamn Terence Crawford ducked and all of this shit. Everybody do everything. That's why they ain't saying shit except we gonna get back to it. It's all good though. If I was Earl Spence and that shit really happened to me and I ain't know about it, then I'd be mad than a motherfucker. I still wouldn't stop tweeting about Terence Crawford as right now. But
Nigga,
Terence
bro,
Crawford still mentioning his ass and everything because he mad about that shit didn't happen.
Nigga, if I was EJ, I'd be mad about that 25 million a nigga said that he had guaranteed for a nigga. Nigga, fuck
Hell,
all
man.
that. You
Hell,
niggas is crazy than a motherfucker.
He's not
hell
mad.
yeah.
He's not mad because he knows what type of deal he signed, and he knows that Heyman got right of first refusal to everything he does. He know what he under.
Well, I think he gonna make that. I ain't knocking Al Heyman in that source because PBC put on some good fights. And I believe that he said he want that fight in his hands, then I believe he gonna make that fight, man. I'm not.
I'm just saying though,
That's what he
25
said.
million
I'm gonna go
guaranteed,
off
my
of that.
nigga.
Now, yeah, man,
Fuck that
bro.
back
I
end
couldn't.
shit.
Fuck that.
25
Hell
million
yeah. Fuck
guaranteed.
all that shit. I'm good.
Nigga,
This
what?
is my fight. This is my
Nigga,
fight
what?
right here. Shit, we can do this shit 2 times.
Niggas be
Why you
dumb
need
as
it?
fuck. Talk about the back end and selling the right.
Man,
Nigga,
fuck that
$25
back
million.
end. That's
Nigga,
the
if
back
you
end
can't
and
come up off
everything.
of that, if you can't make your living off of that, my nigga, I mean, God,
Especially a
damn.
nigga who ain't never made 20. Especially a nigga who ain't never made $25 million. Ain't never made 20. Ain't never made 15.
10. Ain't made 10.
And hey, but then he not smart. That's not a smart deal. Niggas want to
Yeah,
tell
because
Bud
if
that he
I'm
don't
your
make good
advisor,
deals
I'm
and shit.
advising you to take that bread. If I'm your
Well, see,
advisor, I'm gonna advise you to go get that bread.
But this is what you get, fellas. This is what you get when you got 2-figure niggas talking 8-figure nigga business.
Right.
They don't understand it.
Yeah.
That shit's above
So,
your pay grade. All that shit that Bud and Spence talking about is above your motherfucking pay grade. You don't understand nothing that they saying. Nigga, you ain't never made $100,000. How you gonna tell a nigga that's worth $14 million how to get money?
exactly. I try to tell people that all the time about contract and how it really go. Like if, like I was explaining, I got 3 tow trucks. If I have to fix one of those tow trucks, but Allstate is offering me more money with less trucks at that time for that time period, I'm gonna take that one instead of the big contract because I don't have the other truck to suffice the other contract. But when I do, I'm gonna use this one to get me to that one. They don't understand how that goes because they just not used to negotiating anything and making business happen. If I can't make everything work, then I need to. If you can't make it work for me, then I can't fuck with you. I have to fuck with you right now.
Yeah, you understand that I can't take the job unless I can complete the task.
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't got the trucks to do the work, why would I take the job?
Right.
Because now I'm gonna lose it anyway. And I might get sued for breach of contract.
Exactly. Oh, that's automatic because you can't provide the services. So, especially to a big ass company. Right. Yeah. Exactly. And if you can't suffice what I'm looking for, then I have to take another route to get you to understand what I provide in my revenue when I come back to talk about this new contract that you got.
Yeah, because once I
renew my contract.
See, what these niggas don't be understanding is once you take the deal, right? Once you take the job, you sign the contract, you're gonna get the initial payment. Right. Bang.
Yeah.
Now you obligated.
Yeah.
Because you took my money.
Yeah, you invested in everything that you about.
You took my money now.
That was like your guarantee, so to speak.
Yeah. So now you took my money. So now I'm expecting you to fulfill this contract.
Exactly.
And if you don't
get that, OG,
these are the consequences.
I do that every day. Like the payroll gaps and the workers' comp and all of that stuff that has to go into this contract that I'm negotiating with this company. They not understanding that my drivers have to be compensated just like I do, just to make sure that this whole operation works for them and me, because they can stop my whole process. I'm just a negotiator, but they the actual workers. So if they stop my whole process by saying, hey, I'm not taking this money and all of that, then it kind of affects my operation, right? That's like the PVC or top rank of anybody.
I when I was in the union, right before I retired, when I first started, I used to wonder why these motherfuckers push you so hard. Why they driving you? Why they on your ass? Want you to work through all this shit? I had one of my foremen tell me, say, look, Working here 40 hours a week after taxes, you take home $1,400, right? It costs us $5,000 a week just to keep you working. Because we got to pay workers' comp. We got to pay disability. We got to pay Social Security. We got to pay supplemental dues. We got to pay your medical. We got to pay your eyes, your dental.
Yeah, and we got to claim you on our taxes.
That's why we're pushing you so hard. Because we got the money you get ain't shit. It costs us $5,000 a week just to keep you here. Just to keep you here.
Man,
so if you can't do the work, we gonna get you the fuck out of here.
That's what I go through all the time. Like, man, it's more to actually keep you here than it is, like, say I just had one truck. It'd make me more stable, just regular without no worries, but have people behind me, so I have to compensate for them. It'd be a total difference when you operate in a business just without management and stuff like that. When you have all of those things in fail places, like a manager and all of those things, when you're talking about signing a contract, that contract has to be legit, or your manager's not gonna let you sign that contract.
Exactly. You getting fucked.
So when Bomac didn't let him sign the contract against Manny Pacquiao, it wasn't like he didn't want to fight him, but Manny Pacquiao was jumping out of the window with a price that is like, damn, you want to get 40 million versus 10 million, and we don't know where the money coming from.
Yeah, because Bob couldn't secure the funds. Because Bob wasn't gonna put it up. And the motherfuckers he was trying to get the money from wasn't fucking with him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I ain't got to tell you why, because you know why they wasn't fucking with Bob.
Well, we know. Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's something else.
No, it ain't because Bob's something else. It's because of, to be honest, it's because of Bob's ethnicity. Them people ain't fucking
right.
with him.
Yeah, Bob's something else. But it was probably how Bob operated before that point. Because
Bob ain't never got. When has Bob ever? Think about it. Look at the history. As long as you've been dealing with boxing, when has Bob ever got any money from the Saudis?
Never.
And he's never going to get any.
He's not going to do it, and they're not going to do it. Well,
they not going to give him.
Yeah, based on how you operate.
No, not that. Them people been at war for 1,500 years. They're not giving Bob.
Yeah. I'm saying. I understand that. And it's not a justifiable war, but hey.
They never giving Bob any money. They'll give money to Eddie. They ain't giving money to Bob.
You're right. You're right about that, OG. You know, I never really thought about it like that, but you're right.
Them people been at war for 1,500 years.
Man. It adds up. It adds up.
They've been hating each other and killing each other for 1,500 years. They're not over that shit, and they're not giving Bob no money. None, ever.
But it's justified though. I understand. Yeah. I don't get mad at that. I ain't mad at that. That's probably one of the unwritten rules in boxing is the segregation of boxing. Like
them Muslims ain't giving him no money. If we put it that way.
Yeah.
They're not giving him no money.
But even Russia was like that, like in the early 70s and the 80s and all of that. Like Russia was looked at bad back in the day in boxing.
Yeah.
So, and Ukraine, by the way, because both of them seemed like the same to us back then.
Because they
both was our enemy.
Because they was cheap.
Yeah.
Because they was cheap.
Yeah.
Everybody knew them motherfuckers was on that special sauce.
Yeah. They was building some soldiers out there, boy. It was just like Rocky, OG, for real.
Exactly.
It was just like Rocky.
Exactly.
You ain't lying. It was just like that, man. Those motherfuckers.
You remember what was it? Was it 84? They whole Olympic team got banned?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was dirty.
84.
Get out of here.
84.
Everybody dirty. Get out of here.
Yeah. And that was a good year of boxing in the Olympics, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, they just killed their whole Olympics. But that was yeah. Damn, man, you make a great. You made a valid point. Like that was where they was some dirty motherfuckers, boy.
Yeah, it was cheating.
Yeah, they was. It was. But I understand how boxing evolved, and we got to the point that we don't exclude anybody now. You got people from Kazakhstan, fucking, from even Croatia. Like I didn't seen a Croatia fighter. Like, how is this coming to be in boxing when I didn't even know that they even acknowledge the sport like that? But it's still a worldwide sport. If you develop it though and try to put some nourishment in making the great fights happen, don't build a fighter up if he not worth it. Like Jaime Munguia fighting tomorrow.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, see, OG, that's bad when this man is in his mid-20s, and he got 40 fights and nobody care about his fight. But they care about Virgil Ortiz, and he only got 18 fights.
You know the difference between Virgil and Munguia is that Virgil ain't turned down 3 championship opportunities. Munguia has.
True. Munguia got some type of belt.
Ray Charles can see that, bro. You don't want to fight nobody with a pulse. You want to continue fighting guys that we never heard of, guys who you can beat. Your biggest challenge. It's a sad day when the biggest, toughest fight you've had in your whole fucking career is Gabe Rosado. That's the toughest fight you ever had. That's the toughest fight you had.
Turning down all these fights.
Turning down championship fights.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Come on, man. Nobody cares about that dude.
Well, Demetrius Andrade?
No, Jaime Munguia.
Jaime Munguia. But I'm off that though. I'm gonna look at the fight. Of course, I'm gonna look at it, and Anthony Yarde. You know, I'm gonna catch those fights. But I'm on to William Zepeda. I mean, Jose Zepeda versus
I just picked my tickets up today. Good looking out, Puro. I just picked my tickets up today.
Are you going to the fight, OG?
Hell yeah, I'm going to that fight. Regis fighting in LA, and I'm not going. Shit.
Oh yeah. That's what's up. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite fighters.
Hell yeah, Regis gonna smash it.
Even damn.
I
I got Regis in that fight.
Yeah, I got Regis in the 7th or 9th round. Stoppage.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on that fight. I got Regis in from 7 to 10, and then 7 to 9. Then I got him also in 10 to the championship.
Facts. Philly zone. That's facts right there. That's the biggest fact you ever spit, brother. They building that motherfucker the same way they did Zerto Ramirez.
What fight?
They building Jaime Munguia the same way they built Zerto Ramirez.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I think Edgar Berlanga on that pedigree too.
Same deal.
Same way. He gonna
put
get
this
work.
motherfucker. As soon as they put this motherfucker in the ring with somebody who can fight, it's gonna be proper.
Yeah, I already know that. Like let Edgar Berlanga go against
Caleb Plant.
Well, yeah, Caleb Plant too. I'm reaching for Caleb Plant in this fight against David Benavidez actually, man, because as I'm looking at it, Caleb Plant got better skill, and David Benavidez is just a walk down fighter with no foot movement or defense behind it, and that's not a good look.
But the problem for Plant is that he gasses.
Yeah. But man, if he don't do that, you right about that, OG. If he don't do that, then Yeah,
If he
I told
gas,
Ace
he
that
get
too. I
it
told
in.
Ace that same thing. Like, if he don't gas out, I got him 100% winning that fight.
But if he gasses, he's gonna get stopped.
His motor. Yeah, he got that motor issue. Or he like to appreciate his work too. He like to sit back and appreciate his work. Like Boots do that same thing. And I don't like that when fighters just don't stay focused and get back to the natural fighter. That's why I like Devin, because he's like he was saying, he ahead of his time when you looking at him, because he stay calm in the pocket. He know how to keep his distance in the mid range. He know how to shoot that jab. He's very fast off the counter. Like, the boy got it, man. I like him.
Yeah, he got a little shot, he got a little pop too. Well, you hit anybody with a shot like that, they're going out.
Yeah, but when you got a jab like that, though, and he's growing, he's only 23. People start to forget, like, when you're 25, 26, 27, that's when you feel that umph in your shit, and it started to be like look at Regis when he was younger. He wasn't knocking people out like that. He was getting TKOs, but by the time he turned like 25, that boy started getting that power, that rigoroo on that motherfucker. Like, bam, he'll hit you.
But the thing with Devin is, like I always say this about them young fighters, the thing with Devin is, if you're gonna fight Devin, you better fight him now.
Yeah.
Because you continue to let him get better.
Like Boots.
Yep. You better fight him now. Because you wait, it's gonna be curtains.
But what you think about kind of being OG? What you think about his next turnaround? Because this is a bad look on him.
He got to come to America. He got to get in the testing program, and he got to get some boxing training. Because that pressure shit he does is not gonna work against these American fighters. Dudes that understand how to box and how to move, gonna beat Conor Ben up. Conor Ben needs a stationary target to stand right in front of him. That's what he needs right now. At this stage of development. If you can box, you got a jab, you got a little footwork, and you got a little bit of pop, you'll stop him, or you'll outpoint him, or you'll knock him out. Because Conor Ben only got one gear, and he only fights one way, coming at you.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
I was trying to tell Cassidy, like, man, he can't be Speedy Rashidi Ellis right now.
No, he's too easy to figure out.
Yeah, and he a skillful fighter. And kind of being still green when you're looking at him. He got some power though to do what he do to get a
But you gotta be able to get that power.
But
you gotta be able to get that power to the target. That's the question.
Yep.
And certain motherfuckers can nullify everything you're trying to do.
So it's safe to say that he's not in the mix.
Nah, he ain't beating nobody. Who you gonna beat?
Nobody.
Okay. At the top of 147. At the top of 147 right now, tell me who Conor Ben beats.
Nobody. Keith Thurman was a fool for not taking that fucking fight.
Yeah,
I would have taken that fight in a heartbeat. Keith Thurman would have beat the shit out of him.
That nigga was juiced to the gills, man. Juice to the gills trying to get Thurman out of there, man.
Yeah, he on estrogen trying to get titties and shit.
That nigga was on some other shit, man. I don't know what's up with Conor Ben. It's over with. I wasn't too big on him.
He gave up his license in England, so he must be coming over here. That's the only place he can fight. He can't fight in England no more.
I never been big on. I thought he was overrated. Lomachenko overrated. Virgil Ortiz overrated too, to be honest.
But you know what? Honestly, that's gonna be a great fight. That's gonna be a great fight. Stanionis and
Virgil. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. And I honestly got Stanionis in that fight.
I do too, because The reason I got Stanionis because Virgil don't have no defense. Virgil uses space.
Exactly. I got the better boxer in the fight. Like, I know Virgil is a knockout guy or whatever. I'm a knockout artist, baby. I understand. But shit, Stanionis got skill and he got defense. Bro, he's not gonna get touched by Virgil Ortiz like Virgil Ortiz gonna get touched by him. It's gonna be a one-sided fight.
Standing
If Virgil
offense is his defense.
Huh?
If Virgil allows
good at jab.
If Virgil allows Stanionis to box, he loses.
Mm-hmm.
He can't allow that dude to box. He got to pressure that
You gotta
dude.
walk him.
That dude's
You gotta
chest,
be on his
beat
ass
him
like
up.
a pit bull.
Yeah. If he allows that dude to box, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Virgil can box. Virgil got a good ass
He
jab.
can box. Virgil can box.
He can't box, but he can't box like Stanionis. Exactly.
He can't box like Stanionis.
What you
He
mean?
can't box like that.
Nah.
I'm telling you, Q.
One have the total package and one have a developing package. Virgil is developing the skills that Stanionis already
If
have.
Virgil gonna pressure that man, if he allows that man to box, he's gonna lose.
Bro,
don't allow him to box. Make him fight.
He's just gonna be running, chasing them. He's just gonna be trying to look for the. He is gonna look ugly because he's gonna try to start looking for punches because he's gonna be losing rounds.
Nah,
Because
bro.
Stanionis
can't box like that, bro. Bro. Stanionis can't box like how y'all talking. Dude can't box on the back. Shit for
Look, man, I'm telling you.
Hold up.
Telling you, Virgil has to corner that dude and make that dude fight. He cannot allow that dude to box.
Butayev was on his fucking ass. Only thing that did save him is that little bit of boxing ability that y'all are talking about, and that's not very big, bro. Butayev was on his ass, and when when he switched to southpaw, the only thing that saves Stanionis is Butayev had no power at southpaw. So
I watched that fight. Not to switch this. Hold on, OG. Not to switch this, but why is Virgil Ortiz fighting Stanionis and Boots fighting Butayev?
Who said Boots was fighting Butayev?
That's what they saying out there.
What they saying is since Virgil got the Stanionis fight, they said they think Ennis is gonna fight Butayev.
Bruh. That's only because they was saying Boots was going to fight Stanionis. They didn't know what the fuck they talking about. They just reaching. I don't believe
that. I understand that. But what I'm telling you is this, Q. This is what I'm telling you. I watched that fight 3 times because that was a good ass fight.
That fight
was not 7-5. That fight was 8-4, 9-3. Motherfucking Stanionis outboxed.
All day, he was beating the shit out of him, bro. He was outboxing the shit out of him.
Dude.
Competitive ass.
I picked Butayev to win the fight. You remember that, Q? I picked Butayev.
Yeah. Everybody thought that Butayev was gonna win that fight.
I had Stanionis on that one.
I had
Stanionis.
Yeah, I had Stanionis. I had Stanionis. Stanionis could box, but
he ain't no slaps either, though, bro. That just puts some respect on his name.
When I say box, I don't mean like a moving or on the back foot type shit. Like Stanionis, he can do that, but it ain't like, oh shit, ooh, he can, like, he only do that to get out of danger. Like, that's his defense. He'll kind of do
all I'm saying to you, this is all I'm saying to you. Don't think Virgil gonna go in here and watch this dude because he's not.
No, I don't think that. This some stiff ass comp. This some stiff comp. But
have Virgil had a 12-round fight yet? No. No, Virgil had a 12 exactly. No, we need to see him in some lateral championship round. Him and Boots.
Nigga,
like, we don't know what makes these dudes who they are. I ain't get.
How you know this gonna go 12 rounds?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't saying that Virgil ain't gonna get him out of there. I ain't saying that Stanionis is gonna beat Virgil. I'm just saying it's gonna be a better fight than what people think because Virgil been in some tough fights lately, and this one is a tough one. So he gonna have to be prepared, and I like to see what he's showing.
He went 9 motherfucking rounds with that dude who had no pop.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was moving.
McKenzie.
Exactly, and Stanionis gonna move too, bro.
Stanionis don't fight like that.
Nah, he gonna watch out for that power. I tell you that.
Got some pop. Stanionis got a little pop. So
he got hella pop though. I like him. I like how he sit on his punches when he
Virgil not
in
just
the
gonna walk
pocket.
him down. Virgil gonna have to box. He ain't just gonna walk this dude down.
Man.
That's what he ain't finna do.
Nah,
unless he want to go home.
Virgil ain't too
Virgil
keen
wanna go
to
home
them
early.
punches. Hey, Virgil could get dropped. Like Virgil ain't got the greatest chin from what I see.
Oh, Stanley on this gonna do that?
Yeah, he can catch him. Hell yeah.
Man, y'all gotta stop, bro. Virgil, it's a good fight. I got Virgil in this. I
got Virgil too, bro. It's not like I ain't saying Virgil's not gonna
Dude,
win.
I got Virgil too, but I'm saying you think that Virgil finna go
It's
in here and
not a
walk
walk
this
in the
dude
park.
down? It's not happening. He
I
try to walk this dude down. Virgil going home early.
Nah,
He gonna box this cat.
it's gonna
He
be
gonna box this cat.
It's gonna be some resistance, but
He gonna have to box this dude. If he walks straight ahead trying to overpower this dude, he going home early.
It's gonna be ugly. Yeah,
going home early.
That's how you gotta knock them. That's how you gotta knock them guys out. They tough, bro. You gotta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gonna see a new side to Virgil because he gonna have to show it. Because my man is not playing. Like he can box, bro. He can still
He
box
trying
on
to go
top of that.
punches and bunches and overpower this dude. Remember, I told you this on November 18th, 2022. If he try to go punches and bunches and overpower this dude, Virgil going home early.
Man,
And
remember I
you
told
gotta put some respect on Virgil's name though. If he beat Stanionis, because if he knock him out, like shit, he did his shit. Like he came in that motherfucker and got the dude that took 2 step asides from Earl Spence to fight him and got his ass out of there. So
Stanionis ain't shit. And this ain't no disrespect. I'm just okay. Stanionis the same as a mean machine with a better jab.
The same as a David Avenesian.
Hold up. He is a mean machine stylistically with a better jab and slightly better feet. It's the same style, bro. That's the same style, bro. They come in
Did Mean Machine put Virgil on his ass?
No.
Yes.
Man, you
Yes, he did. Hell yeah. He knocked his ass down.
No,
he dropped that motherfucker. He dropped that motherfucker.
He dropped him. Yes, he did, bro.
No, he didn't, bro.
Okay.
What did you see?
Bro,
I know that should text you. I know that should text you partner.
Bro, Virgil lost his foot and he tripped over
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here, Q. Get the fuck out of here, Q.
Man, go pull it.
Get the fuck out of here, Q.
Man, bro.
Y'all,
that motherfucker was dropped.
Get the fuck out of here, Q.
No, he didn't, bro. No,
he dropped his ass. So did he drop Bud? Did he drop Bud, Q?
I mean, if y'all, I say if y'all drop Bud, he dropped Bud. If that's
with your knee and your
gonna say
hit the canvas.
If y'all think, cause this what I'm not about to do. Hold up, this what I'm not about to do. I'm not about to argue with y'all if Stanionis. I mean, if goddamn Mean Machine dropped Virgil and Bud, like I'm not about to argue over that shit. Like, nah, bro, he didn't drop Virgil, bro. I seen that. I did used to say he dropped Virgil, and I watched that shit on replay. Like, he didn't drop him. He didn't. But I mean, shit, yeah. If y'all think he dropped him, shit, he dropped that nigga, and he got stopped, just like the same outcome with Bud. Okay, Stanionis dropped 2 niggas that stopped him. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think so.
He didn't lose. I think he got dropped, but he didn't lose, and he knocked his ass out just like Bud did.
More
than
what he did.
Him knock Stanionis out.
Yeah.
I want to see him knock Stanionis out. Have Stanionis ever been knocked out? No. So let's see him. Yeah, I know. I'm saying let's see him get knocked out.
Yeah, Virgil coming with some smoke. Virgil might go 12 with him though. You never know, man.
I hope so, man. So he can get some work in. I just want for my young fighters, like I seen David Morrell brutally beat somebody into a coma, but he did do 12 rounds with him over the less. I mean, I pray for the guy, but at the end of the day, my man still did 12 rounds, and I know
And
He got the
I'm on my
win.
Manuel
He got
Stewart
the stamina to beat somebody else.
I'm on
I'm
my
just hoping.
shit. Fuck that 12 rounds, man. Knock
I'm
his
just
ass
hoping.
out.
I'm just hoping that
I mean,
this
when
shit
you that
be
type of
effect.
fighter, kid, you can do that, but everybody can't do that.
I'm just hoping this shit
that's
don't
just
affect
what I
Morrell.
like. But if
I'm
he
just
get,
hoping this shit don't affect Morrell, man, mentally.
Yeah, I hope so too. That's what I was thinking too.
man,
Like,
fuck
man,
that nigga, bro.
I
Morrell
hope it
didn't
don't.
get no fuck. Morrell
No,
didn't
because
get
you do lose the no pun intended, the morale to finish the motherfucker in high fashion when you know you can hurt him like that. You be trying to take it a little
did you
easier
see
on him.
that? Did you not see him dancing? You ain't see him dancing after that?
Yeah, but he ain't know he was gonna go to the hospital and be in the coma after that.
Nigga, bro, he beat him up for 12 rounds.
Yeah, but he was still looking at the ref like, man, come on, stop this shit, bro. You ain't see that?
You saw
Like,
it.
he
You
did
saw
that,
it took.
so
It took two fights.
Well,
it took two fights for my man Matias to get back, right? After Matias killed that dude, it took him two fights to get back.
Yeah.
Morrell ain't killing a nigga. So if David Morrell go in here in this next fight, he knock a nigga the fuck out in the first round, how you think he feeling?
He good.
Feel great. Yeah.
What the fuck he about to do?
My man.
Come on,
Go
bro.
get it.
But if he go in there,
but
if he go in there, now let me ask you this: if he go in there and he get beat up and stopped, then what?
He wasn't ready.
You know why? You know damn well why.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why. He only had 7 fights, and he wasn't ready.
You know he ready.
Nigga, the dude he beat up was coming off a 14-month layoff, bro. Like,
all right, let's
dude,
look at
dude
go
was
back
in that bitch fat, bro. So the dude he fought wasn't in that bitch fat overweight and shit. You couldn't just look at him and see that. Like, that wasn't no fucking comp for that nigga, bro. Like, that's light ass work, bro. That was some light.
Let me tell you this though, Q, from real here. I'm telling you from experience of having done it. If that man dies, David Morrell will not be the same.
Yeah,
I ain't know. I might.
And that referee needs to get fired too.
I tell y'all, one of my excuses ain't gonna be if he lose. Oh man, because he hurt that nigga in this last fight.
Because you ain't trying to come in the next fight trying to intentionally do no shit like that. Like, you're not trying to do that shit to people, bro. That's not the man state that you're trying to go
Listen to me, Q. Listen to me so I can explain to you. Hurting him is one thing. Every fighter knows he can be hurt in the ring. Everybody knows that. That's one thing. Listen to what I said carefully. If that man dies, Morrell will not be the same.
Dude ain't gonna die. They took him out of his coma like a couple days ago. He should be.
That's what's up.
I mean, I don't know what that means. Like,
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, bro, from experience, bro.
Be in the box no
I'm
more.
telling you from experience, not some shit I heard about, not some shit I read in the book. I'm telling you what I know from experience.
Yeah.
Taking somebody's life, you never forget it.
Totally different. Yeah.
Never.
Man,
every time you get in that ring, you taking it.
I feel y'all.
And yours. You thinking about yours and theirs now.
Hey, it's man. I'm a little high. I've been drinking, Brian.
Yeah.
Fucking face, nigga. You know what I mean? Shit, hey, dude, gonna
be you, bro.
I hope he, but.
I pray for that dude every day, man. I hope that dude come out.
This is the hurt business, so
it's the hurt business, baby. It's the hurt business.
It is what it is. We savages in this bitch, so it is what it is. I understand, and hopefully everybody understand after the fact that this will be one of those fighters that's remembered in history because he'll never be able to box again. He'll never be able to do any. Hopefully, he'll be able to, like Terence Crawford said, man. Hopefully, be able to work a regular job.
Yeah.
Do something for himself. But if not, then goddamn, man, that's another one in the history books.
Because Gerald McClellan got to be taken care of for the rest of his life.
With Ferdo Benitez too. I mean, it's just a lot of people that's still alive that's still fighting for their life. They not even fighting the sport no more. They just fighting for their life.
They just fucked up because of this game. because of boxing.
Yep. And they had to keep getting a purse. They keep getting a purse.
Special individual to get into that ring, man.
Yeah, man.
They should be respected.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, I could tell you firsthand, when you drink, it changes because it's like having concussions a lot. So if you had a lot of concussions, then if you drink, then you'll start being different more than you would if you never had a concussion versus a person that never been into an accident or nothing like that or something like that. Most people get into accidents. They don't play football or they don't box or fight or nothing like that. So if you got it through combat, and every time you overdo yourself and overindulge in whatever you're doing, that affects your body, even when you try to recuperate for that moment in time just to train for a fight.
Yeah.
And Terence Crawford don't do all of that shit. So a lot of fighters don't do all of them young guys. Hopefully they stay clean of that shit and out of the direction of anything to mention they longevity in the sport. Because you could be a young guy, but look at Nonito Donaire. He still is able to compete in the sport, and he just made 40. So that's a beautiful thing when you still got that. A lot of heavyweights could do that, and some special welterweights like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and all of that stuff. So if they understand that blueprint, I think I see one that is on that trajectory, maybe two. Gerard Boots Ennis is going to probably stay on that trajectory, and Terence Crawford is at the lateral end of his career, and he's been that way. So shit, I got much respect and faith in the boxer that's like that than the dudes that's trying to become Money Mayweather when he didn't even drink and smoke. He just was there. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. So I believe in a fighter that put everything into what he needs to do, his craft, like a Alexander Usyk, like a Devin Haney, like a Shakur Stevenson. When the chips fall, Gervonta Tank Davis is one of them too. He know how to fight. He know how to do his thing. He's a skillful boxer. You can't take nothing from him except the people that's moving the engine. Other than that, the boy gonna show out anytime he step in the ring. Those are electrifying fighters. Electrifying fighters are Terence Crawford, Gervonta Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, Inoue, Gerard Ennis, and that's about it. The rest of them are entertainment fighters. Oh, Jamil Charlo. And that's it. The rest of them are entertainment fighters. They are not electrifying like none of them guys are. So it's a way to look at different fighters, but the best of the best is why we talk about them all the time.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. Shit, it's only a few in this generation. Shit, hopefully like we're gonna have a lot more, bro. Shit.
Well, we got some coming.
Hopefully. I'm gonna say hopefully. You never know how these guys pan out. Yeah, and a lot of
that's me, young niggas. I've been up since 4:30. I'll holler at you niggas tomorrow.
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna go and shut it down too, man.
All right, OG.
All right, y'all. Let's take it easy, man.
Looking at me crazy. All right, fellas, I'm out of here.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody for sliding through that bitch, man. Shit. My nigga Method slid through that bitch. Haplo, boxing scholar. We had Scotty from World Combat News, bro. We had IB slid through this bitch. Philly Zoe. Everybody, man. I only got one contact in my motherfucking eye. My motherfucking eye was hurting, so I'm half blind reading through this shit with one eye. My shit red as hell. But yeah, like I said, man, appreciate everybody for sliding through. Man, we'll be back. Shit, I don't know. Next time I get some more time, because you know how these guys is out here, how these fanboys is, EJ fanboys. You know they gonna fuck up, and I'm gonna be right here on their neck, man.
You see now, you done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, so we gonna be on their head, man. But yeah, like I said, appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all make sure y'all keep my boy Hot Rod, man, in y'all prayers. You know what I mean? My boy lost his T Jones, man. So y'all make sure y'all keep him in y'all prayers, man. Say one for him, man, and his family. Yeah, and this was the Lost Art of Boxing, aka the Lab, man. And we gone.
You don't know shit about boxing.